Home sweet home as the Lancers return to Belleville East after a 27-14 win over Belleville West in Week 8. It pulled the Lancers to a 6-2 overall record. A non-conference game this week with huge implications on the line for the Lancers. A home playoff game is inside a goal that they had written down this season to host the playoffs in the first round of the IHSA football playoffs. Now, that goal can come a reality tonight. If the Lancers can find a way to win and defeat Capital City, Missouri, and get some help from their fellow conference teams and fellow opponents on their schedule, the Lancers tomorrow night could have their name announced as a top 16 seed and host in the playoffs for the first round next Friday night. Fear from Belleville East, we welcome you into our Lancer football pregame show. Stuart Stock with you. Feels good to be back. It's, as I mentioned, back at home, Belleville West last week. Great hospitality going across town. Now it feels good to be back at home, and let's get this thing wrapped up, this regular season wrapped up with the win, and get ready for the playoffs next week. I've been talking about it. That Friday night is open next week. I mean, if we can get it done tonight, you betcha I'm going to be here next Friday night for some Lancer playoff football. But obviously, we're talking about this. Been talking with Coach Harrison all week. I've been talking with everyone else. We talk about next Friday. Well, that doesn't happen if we don't win tonight. That's the bottom line. Lancers have to get a win tonight to get even in that scenario where they can get some help. But it all starts with a win. We got an action-packed pregame show for tonight. I'm going to be sitting down with obviously Coach Harrison in the back end of our pregame. We're going to go through the IHSA playoffs here just right now in just a moment and get you a look at what everything looks like, what the Lancers need tonight. There is a path. I'm just going to say that right now. Obviously, I mentioned a win, but there's some other stuff on the line as well for Belleville East that I think will help us out tonight. I'm going to also be sitting down with the voice of Capital City football, one of my great broadcasting buddies who I've gotten to know over the last few years, Matt Clark. You guys may know him as well. He's a frequent visitor on here. I like to have him on. He's great at what he does, one of the best in the business, and he's going to be sitting down with me as he showcase Capital City football and why their Week 9 game here against Belleville is so important for them. So that's coming up in the pregame as well. We got you covered tonight. We have you covered on both sides of the ball today. It's gonna be a great pregame. So we're gonna take a quick timeout. Back in a moment. Let's get this thing going. We're gonna take a look at a little bit of the stats from last week's win over Belleville West. Look back here. I want to talk about that win for Belleville East last week. Caden Wood, I think, had his best game all season, not his second best game. Really looked like his numbers against Peak and another team that's going to hopefully make the playoffs tonight. They're 4-4 coming in. But that was a playoff-type game where the Lancers are up 27-0, trying to hold on the lead at Pekin. But Caden Wood had a great game there. He had a great game last Friday, 19 for 27, throwing the ball 246 yards passing, 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions. Also added 2 rushing touchdowns on the ground on 4 carries, 46 yards for the Lancers senior quarterback. The receiving game, C.J. Willis had the best game of his career, 12 catches, 151 yards, and a touchdown. C.J. Willis, 12 receptions, the most by a Lancer receiver since 2019. Johannes Flager had 13 catches on the 21st of September 2019 against O'Fallon. Another thing for Belleville East, they had 6 sacks in the ballgame. They held Belleville West to just 51 rushing yards. Katie Capel only threw for 96 yards as the Lancer defense was really, really good. 6 sacks in the game. That is the most by a Lancer defense since 2014. That came in the first round of the IHSA football playoffs on Halloween. That was a 28-14 loss, though, for the Lancers against the Tigers of Edwardsville. So the Lancers played really well, and that's, they played well, after starting very slow. Belleville West scores on the first play of the game. Lancers come back. It takes a little bit to come back. You go 3 and out in that first offensive drive, but eventually the defense locks in on the next drive, and then offense starts to get it going. And one of the big things that second half was the 3rd and 4th down conversions on the first 2 drives for Belleville that really set the tone and got the Lancers the advantage in that one. And that was a big win. Belleville West is a good team. I don't think you can say that enough. That's a really good team that's going to be, I think, be even better next year. All right, let's go and take a look at what the Southwestern Conference looks like tonight. There's a couple games here that we got, obviously, the games with rooted interest, but in the conference tonight, Belleville West is at Vianney, Missouri. Edwardsville is at DeSmet. O'Fallon is at LaSalle, Peru. East St. Louis is at IMG Academy, Florida. I believe they're playing tomorrow afternoon. And then Alton is at Highland. So that East St. Louis one we're going to have to be waiting on. That might be a big one that could come in late if the Flyers get it done and get a win. Now to add another opponent win to our resume. Games with rooted interest. Althoff is at Maple Park. Kalen up in Maple Park, Illinois tonight. We're rooted for Althoff. They have playoffs on the line. Collinsville taking on Triad. K-Hawks, why we want them to play, they have a reason why they want to play good tonight. Upset Triad. Do not let them make the playoffs. And Pekin is fighting for the playoffs tonight. They're 4-4 at East Peoria. All right, we're going to go ahead and get you my interview with the voice of Capital City football, Matt Clark.
Continue on here with our Lancer football pregame show, and one of the big things we always do in the pregame, it feels like we highlight the Lancers and what they need to do to win every single given week. It's a big thing we do on the pregame, but we have a unique opportunity this week around as the Lancers get Capital City to Jefferson City, Missouri, week 9 here to wrap out the regular season. It's a unique opportunity, as I mentioned, because usually when we do these games, there's not another voice on the other side for the opposing team. There is this time around, and it's one of my good buddies here in the broadcasting business, Matt Clark, who he has been gracious enough to take a little bit of his time to discuss Capital City and their team and their season. So I welcome in the former Collinsville K-Hawk and now a current Mizzou student and the voice of the Cavaliers of Capital City High School, Matt Clark. Matt, thanks for taking the time. I appreciate you doing it. How are you doing?
Oh man, I'm doing great. I mean, before this game was scheduled, I could have never thought there was a possible chance that these two teams would be meeting against each other. This may be the one and only time Belleville East and Capital City ever face each other. It's very weird and unique when you get one team from each state to kind of cross the Mississippi River and play each other. And it also, and when these two teams, who are both pretty strong teams, both over 500, get to face each other, you never really know what's going to happen. So out of all the weeks that I've covered this year, this is the most unexpected or unpredictable game that I've covered so far this year. But super great to talk to Steven again. Him and I have been really, really good buddies. We've covered the Prairie Farms Holiday Classic together in Collinsville. I continue to see the amazing stuff that Steven does, both at Belleville East and at Swick. There are few in the Metro East like him, so I'm just delighted to be a part of it and glad to tell some Lancer fans a little bit about Capital City and what you should expect in tonight's game.
Well, also, it feels like you and I keep finding ways to connect over the last 2 or 3 years, so it just keeps happening. So, but as you mentioned, Capital City, let's talk about them. 5-3 coming into week 9, and always, we talk about the record, but there's always a story behind that record. So, how's the season been for Capital City coming into week 9?
Yeah, I'll start from the very top. Capital City was actually on the other side of the state, so they're going on the east side of the state. I know that sounds weird to Illinois people, but it's on the eastern side of the state of Missouri this week. Back in week 1, they were out west in Joplin, Missouri area, where they were playing a team called Carl Junction. That was a game that Cap City was expected to win. They had a lead going into the fourth quarter, blew it, and Carl Junction beat them. They beat a good battle team in week 2 to move to 1-1. The biggest game of Cap City's season so far has been a week 3 matchup against a Titan team in the city of Columbia, where the University of Missouri is, the Rockbridge Bruins. I mean, they actually have a former Mizzou defensive line coach, Al Davis, coaching their D-line now. And Cap City beat them for the first time in program history. And so that sort of turned the season around. That was actually week 4. Week 3, they lost to another Columbia school, Hickman, who ended up finishing second in the conference. So first 4 weeks, Cap City goes 2-2. And then week 5, they travel to their arch rivals, basically the Belleville West for Capital City. They faced Jefferson City High School in a blue versus red rivalry, and they beat them by 1 score. That game was not supposed to be as tight, but it was a thrilling atmosphere and an incredible rivalry matchup with a lot of great stories. And then they faced the Catholic school, so they faced your Althoff, called Elias Catholic, and they got smoked. Elias actually just finished the season undefeated yesterday evening. They beat Lift for Life, which is one of the best teams
Yep.
for football in the St. Louis side of the area, and they won the conference that Cap City played in. But since then, Cap City's really gotten it going. They finished the season undefeated at home. So they beat a team called Smith Cotton and they beat a team called Camdenton. In those two games, they scored close to 100 total points. They scored 54 against Smith Cotton and 49 against Camdenton. So they've scored 14 touchdowns in their last two games. But all of that has been at home. On the road, Cap City just one win. That was that win over their arch rivals, and three losses. And in particular, Cap City has had some struggles keeping leads that they built in those games and holding on to them. And so they'll certainly hope that that's not the case when they come to Belleville East tonight. And also on top of that, Stephen, I know I meant to mention this. Obviously, there's a lot of district implications for Belleville East, right? Regional implications
Yeah.
for the tournament. Well, Cap City, it's called a district tournament. That's their postseason, and there's a lot on their line. Cap City could be the number one seed in their quote unquote district. It's kind of different. The playoff format's different from Missouri than it is in Illinois. But both teams really need this win if they want home field advantage in the playoffs.
Yeah, you look at you guys, obviously you might not know a lot, especially first meeting between these two schools, most likely all time, the St. Louis high school sports, first matchup since at least 2000. But one of the things you look at the stats, this offensively coming in, you guys are averaging about 70 passing yards a game. You're averaging 250 rushing yards a game. I sat down with our football coach, Michael Harrison, earlier this week, and that's the one thing he mentioned is you guys can run the ball well. How good can you guys run the ball?
Well, the offense is built on running the football. And when this game starts here pretty soon, you're going to see an old-fashioned offense called the split veer. Our quarterback rarely, his name's Evan Schaefer, he rarely goes in shotgun. He is normally always under center. He'll have two running backs behind him, and they will sort of run a triple option style offense. And those running backs are pretty good, and that rushing attack is interesting. You see a pile almost on every single play, and then after it, you're saying, "Huh, how did that guy get 5 yards on that carry?" That's what this team will be able to do. And if they'll sometimes go vertical, they'll sometimes go horizontal. And so you're almost waiting for the defense to bite so that you can beat them on a play that they're not quite expecting. And then every once in a while, you'll see the pass come out of it. Our quarterback is a very capable passer. And by the way, the offense is commanded by the senior running back, a star. His name is Jalen Thomas.
Yep.
He has rushed for over 5,000 yards in his Capital City career. He has 75 career touchdowns, most of those on the ground. I think he has two receiving touchdowns in his career, and he's played pretty well in these last couple games. I believe 5 touchdowns in his last two. He had 4 touchdowns 2 weeks ago on homecoming night. And it's a big night for him as well because last year it was the week 9 game, the regular season finale, where he was injured and Cap City didn't have him for the playoffs, and it showed in their district semifinal exit.
You've been able to cover this team, I think in your second year now. How this football team works. Talk a little bit about the last 2 years. Talk about some program history for Capital City because obviously you mentioned last year they made the playoffs. How well have they been as a football program?
So it really starts with the head coach, Joe Collier, who served as a defensive coordinator for 16 years and got overlooked for job after job after job. And what people may not know about Capital City is this is a brand new school. This thing was built in 2019. And so they needed a guy to come in here and sort of restore the football program. So they selected Joe Collier to lead the program starting in 2021. That first year, he went 1-9. Not so great, but he has not had a losing season since. And ever since Evan Schaefer really stepped into that starting quarterback role, and of course, Jalen Thomas right behind him as the running back, this team has put in winning season after winning season. They're in the top half of their conference, which is called the CMAC, every single year. And what really Capital City's focused on this year is breaking the glass ceiling because this program has never won a district championship. They went to the district final 2 years ago, lost to Althoff Catholic / Helias, basically, from the Jeff City area. Well, and then last year they lost to a very good team that runs a similar offense down in southern Missouri called Lebanon. It's actually where the Mizzou backup center graduated from, the Mizzou football backup center. And on top of that, They still had that same Catholic team in their district. Well, this year, that Catholic team got reclassed up to the largest class in the state of Missouri, which is Class 6. Cap City doesn't have them in their district this year. So the path is as promising as it's ever been for Capital City to win its first district title. They already got their first ever win over Rockbridge, and beating an out-of-state opponent for the first time ever would be a real milestone as well, especially with how good Belleville East has shown themselves to be in the Metro East this season.
You talked about some of the offensive playmakers. You already mentioned the quarterback, the running back. Who's some other names we need to watch out for on offense, but also on defense? That's going to play a big part as the Lancer offense has been able to score points. They're coming off Caden Wood, the quarterback, who scored 4 touchdowns last week, 2 on the ground, 2 throwing. So who's some guys we got to watch out for on defense as well?
So yeah, I know you mentioned offense, so I'll give you a couple of names right there. JQ Richardson, he's a silky, very skinny running back. You would look at him and you'd see number 12 on the field and you wonder, how the heck is this guy averaging more yards per carry than any player on the team? Well, it's just because of his speed and his skill and his ability to run the offense well. And then Marcus Driver is a senior wide receiver. So whenever they're throwing the ball, Capital City, that's one of the guys they're looking for. On the defensive end, JQ Richardson, like I just mentioned, he plays both ways, and a lot of Capital City's players play both ways. So you're going to see the same guys on the offensive line as you'll see on the defensive line. There's a couple big linebackers that you need to keep an eye on. Kanai Johnson will be important. Braxton Kieran leads the team in tackle. So if anybody's going to match up with Caden Wood and try to contain him in the pocket and try to make him make poor decisions from a Capital City perspective, it'll be number 8 in white. One of their other best secondary players is Caleb Terry. He leads the team in forced turnovers this season. He had a forced turnover in week 1, and I know he'd love to force another turnover to finish out the regular season. But this team under Joe Collier has always been built on its defense, and I think they're excited for the prospect of facing a very skilled offense. I mean, the tape on Belleville East from Cap City's perspective looks extremely impressive.
You look at you guys this season, you talk about with such implications on the line, trying to get home field advantage. What do you personally think is the biggest key to victory for the Cavaliers?
Well, I think they're gonna want to be in that underdog mode, right? I'll take you back to a game that Cap City played last year against an Illinois team. You know them well. I know them well. Quincy High School, right?
Yeah.
Came to Capital City last season. They were undefeated and they were expected to win by 3 or 4 scores. The tape looked amazing on them as well. I mean, that's the thing that Capital City has to learn is Quincy's tape and Belleville East's tape look very similar, and the skill looks pretty similar as well. And here's the thing. I know there's been a lot of talk about Caden Wood and how impressive he's been and how impressive Josh Ware has been and the rest of that Lancer skill set. Well, Capital City faced a guy in Braden Little at QB last year for Quincy that I think broke the state record for passing touchdowns in a career. So in their mindset, for the guys that played in that game last year, it's nothing that they haven't faced. And if Jalen Thomas doesn't get injured in the middle of that game, there's a chance Capital City could have gone on to tie or win that game. I think it's going to take Capital City being a little unique in their style of offense. Not only that, but also just using that underdog mentality to its advantage. And they've got to find a way to be strong on the road. If they could be strong on the road right here and pick up a win, they may not have to go on the road until the potential state quarterfinals, which would be huge for Joe Collier and his coaching staff.
Matt, I appreciate you spending a few minutes talking about your football team. I'm sure our viewers enjoyed getting some expertise from you on them, and should be a good one tonight between these two, as we talked about. I think it'll be very interesting one between two schools that don't really play each other.
You bet. And it's kind of a homecoming for me. I mean, I played
Yeah.
Bubble East in a district title game and won it. I've played in that gym so many times. I can remember doing a preview or like a demo call at Belleville East football for a week 1 game when Collinsville was playing them a couple years ago. So it's all coming back full circle for me. Big shout out JP and big shout out to Alan Mason, who was
Oh, there you
in
go.
my class as a senior. He's now a car salesman, and I know he's doing an amazing job. I think he's working for Chevy. So big up to him. Appreciate all of them and all the other guys at East. They were great. Big shout out to Jeff Creek as well. I know he's no longer the East basketball head coach, but love him to death.
Yeah. Matt, thank you.
get closer to our sit-down conversation with head Lancer football coach Michael Harrison. Here is a look at the IHSA playoff outlook. And you look at these teams, I think we could easily, there's a chance they might be able to get all the way up to 9 because, all right, we have 32 wins right now as our opponent wins. That's that second category right now, which I'm trying to highlight. There's a chance, we would say Belleville West can win, Edwardsville wins, O'Fallon wins, East St. Louis wins. That's already 4 wins right there. Althoff wins, Collinsville wins, Pekin wins. That's 7 wins. The most we can get is 8. That would be 40, and that could jump us up all the way up to at least 11 because Sandburg is already done. They're 7-2, and they have 40 wins. But there's one thing I was talking with Coach Harrison this week. There is 2 6-2 teams playing each other. There it is right here, York and Lions, the 14 and the 16. So one of those is going to be knocked out. So we're automatically going to move up a spot with the win. And we could easily jump West Aurora. They only have 3 wins, their opponents. And we get that Jefferson City. I believe we get the Jefferson City win as well. But there's the one thing tonight that is unique for Belleville East that maybe not these teams have. They're playing in conference play. There's conference teams facing each other tonight. They're not going to get as much wins as Belleville East will get with the whole Southwestern Conference playing a non-conference week 9. That's the kind of the advantage. It's kind of weird where you're playing non-conference tonight. You're like one of the only conferences that does that. There's an advantage to that because it really helps you out week 9 when you talk about these seeds. Belleville East has a path. I think they will get it. We're going to track this tonight all throughout the night. On the post game, we will do the math if I have enough time before they kick us out. They might kick us out tonight at Belleville East. It might be too long of a post game show, but we will start running the math tonight. And I'm hoping, hopefully we'll have an answer for you in the post game. What I will think will happen tomorrow night when they release the seeds. But I feel very confident because this is the stat that I want to give you right now. Belleville East, they have had 5 7-2 seasons since 2000. The last one was 2023. That year is a home playoff game. The other 4 7-2 seasons, 2010, 2009, 2007, 2004, all resulted in home playoff games. So the Lancers looking for their 6th 7-2 season since 2000. The previous 5 have been in home playoff games, the first round. So there's that for you. But we're going to be following this tonight. Hopefully we'll have some updates for you as we track some of these games. Obviously, we root for losses in a lot of these. But I think right now we win tonight. You'll see that opponent win number go up. It's going to skyrocket, hopefully, with the games we have here that we're rooting for. I think it's very possible, and I think Belleville East will have a home playoff game next week as long as they win tonight. That's my prediction. And here is head coach Michael Harrison next on our Lancer Football pregame show.
Another week here at Lancer Football as they wrap out the regular season. It's week 9 as they'll bring in the Cavaliers of Capital City High School out of Jefferson City, Missouri. After the Lancers pulled off a 27-14 win over Belleville West on the road last week, come back at home looking to get a home playoff game next week. And with that, here joined by head coach Michael Harrison. Coach, coming into this week, we come back after a win, 27-14. Always good to sit down after a win. I know it wasn't pretty, but we got it done.
Yeah, no, a lot like you said, obviously, in the Southwestern Conference, and I just say it's tough to win a varsity football game. So it's probably not the way that we, would have dreamt it up, but Belleville West is a good football team. Coach Turner had those guys ready to go, so we were happy to get out of there with a W. So.
Yeah, talk about a little bit about that game. They score on the first play of the game. It was like 60-something, 70 yards, which is, you're playing at Belleville West. That can be definitely a momentum killer on the first play, but I felt like you guys, and also first offense drive, you go 3 and out.
Yeah.
But the defense comes back, able to get a stop. I think West goes 3 and out, and you come back and score. I mean, that was huge to bounce back. I mean, respond. It took a little bit, but you guys responded.
Yeah. In a rivalry football game, you really never know what you're going to get. And so we, again, knew that their quarterback was pretty athletic and pretty talented. Obviously concentrating on Hankins and wanting to limit what he did. And, they were able to pop that first play. And so between the adversity of the defense, giving up a big play on the first play, I think offensively we bobbled the kickoff. I think we fumbled the first snap.
Yeah.
We end up going 3 and out. It was one of those things where we kind of had to come to the sideline, everybody take a deep breath, kind of gather ourselves. But then after that, I was really happy with the way the guys responded and kind of locked in and kind of got back on task after that. So it was good to face a little bit of adversity, overcome it, and then play better football after that. Obviously, we got to figure out how to get off the bus ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, you guys took the lead in the halftime, and those first 2 offense possessions of the second half, you guys were able to score. And one of the big things that I noticed out of those 2 drives, you guys were able to convert on 3rd and 4th down. That really kept the drive alive, obviously.
Yeah, we try to stay ahead of the chains and give ourselves manageable 3rd down situations. One of the things that I talk to our guys about is that, in football there is no 21-point play. It's really only the 3 yards in front of you, the 5 yards in front of you, the first down in front of you. And so being able to convert those 3rd downs, being able to convert in 4th and short, allows our offense to stay on the field, but then it also gives our defense a chance to gather themselves on the sideline. So I thought that was big for us in terms of getting some of that momentum coming back in the second half, kind of reestablishing ourselves, and then and then moving forward there in the 4th quarter.
Once you guys were able to take that lead, you guys held on to it. You guys are now this year 5-0 when leading at halftime. You're able to hold on to it in the second half, which is, that's been a good thing to have. You guys are able to take care of leads when you lead a half.
Yeah, we got to figure out a way to get that lead at the beginning. But yeah, I think for what we do defensively, I think being ahead in the game allows us to pin our ears back and come get you a little bit, which again was evidenced by I think we had quite a few sacks there this weekend.
We'll talk about it in a moment.
And so we want to do that. We like to score, want to score early, and then allow our defense to play fast and go from there. So yes, if we can figure out a way to continue to establish that lead, in the beginning, and then play from ahead, that's obviously to our advantage.
Yes, and talk about the offense. You guys were able to get 4 touchdowns, all 4 coming from Caden Wood, 2 rushing and 2 passing. Just look at his numbers. He had 246 passing yards. He threw in another 46 rushing yards. It looks like his best game of the season. And the little notes, that's his most total yards he's had since the win against Pekin, which was against our very solid team.
Yeah. I didn't realize that. Obviously, I know, he had the big scramble. 35 or 40-yard scramble for a touchdown, which helped out those rushing yards for us. We're not a program that runs the quarterback a lot, so when we can add that dynamic, to our offense, that obviously helps. And then he's gotten quite a few little quarterback sneaks there, so I think he might be 2nd or 3rd on the team in rushing touchdowns because of those. So. But I thought, and obviously CJ had a really big game.
12 catches.
Right? But that wasn't intentional. I thought Caden did a good job of spreading the ball around, and it just so happened that CJ was the guy that was on the receiving end of a couple of those. So.
Yes. You talked about the sacks number. You guys had 6 total sacks, 2 for Ja'Cory Brown, 2 for Kenny McCline, 2 for Drew Cerullo. That is the most by a Lancer football team since 2014 in a game. First round of the playoffs versus Edwardsville.
So again, didn't know that stat. You do a heck of a job pulling the stats, but I knew we got after him. And again, that was one of our things coming into the game is to, once we establish the lead, to go ahead and pin our ears back and get after the quarterback and not give him a bunch of time to find Hankins. And so obviously, in the back end we were trying to cover him, but our front 7, Kenny, Juice, Ja'Cory, Ryan Hunt, those guys did a good job of putting pressure on the quarterback so that he couldn't throw the ball down the field and find Hankins down the field.
One of the things I always like doing after wins, go down there on the field, listen to you talk at the end of the game. And one of the things I heard you mention after that win against Belleville West was that you're not going to be able to start like that against a playoff team. That's what you're going to get this week in Capital City. How huge is it, as we've just been talking about, to not have a slow start quick and take control of the game right away?
Yeah, I think one of the things that, early on in my tenure here that I talked to our team about was just to continue to get better. Find something to get better at every single week, every single game. And so that's, was my message to the team last week, was that, hey guys, this is the thing that we need to improve on. We need to make sure that we are ready to go from the jump because, again, for all intents and purposes, this is playoff week for us.
Yep.
And we aren't going to be able to put ourselves in a deficit, get behind, if we want to go as far in the playoffs as we want to. So we got to figure out a way to get off the bus, get started, and make sure that we're ready to roll.
One thing you and I talked about before coming on here was the defense, how huge of a game they're going to have rushing-wise. They're averaging about 70 passing yards a game, 240 rushing a game. How huge is going to be the front seven, really, the top, the front, the defensive line and linebackers trying to get after the run?
Yeah, for what they do offensively, they put you in some tricky situations, not only because they're talented and good, but also because it's something that you don't see every day and you don't prepare for every week. And so our front seven is, and quite honestly, the whole defense, we got our work cut out for us. They're not trying to trick you in terms of having to figure out if it's going to be a run or pass. They're running the ball. They're going to run it with their best player. They got a back that's, I think, a career 5,000 yard guy. So it's it's not a trick who's getting the ball. Like, they're getting the ball, they're coming at you, and you better have your chin strap buckled up and be ready to stop the run. So
coming in, we're talking about hoping to get a home playoff game in the first round, and that you got to get a win. Obviously, that's the first thing, to get a little help with the opponent wins. Coach, I went back and looked at the previous 7-2 seasons for Lancer football. The last one was 2 years ago.
Yep.
We had a home playoff game. 2010 had a home playoff game. 2009 had a home playoff game. 2007 home playoff game. 2004 home playoff game. That's all the 7-2 seasons since 2000. So if that trend continues,
so if we do our part, and obviously, on one hand we're looking at it, right? Everybody's excited about it, trying to figure it out. But if we don't win, if we don't get the win, it doesn't matter anyway. And again, if we do win, it's not in our control. We got to need a little bit of help in a couple different spots. So to me, the thing that I've been kind of telling everybody, the thing that I've been talking to the team about is let's go control the thing that we can control.
Yep.
Because that's the biggest piece. If we don't take care of business, all the other stuff doesn't matter. So we got to figure out a way to come out on top on Friday night. And then I think if we do that, the chips will fall where they're supposed to.
Coach, what do you think is the biggest key to victory come Friday?
Stop the run. Stop the run, baby. Obviously, there's more that goes into that, but we need to play from ahead. Right?
Yep.
So I think if we stop the run, manage to get ahead, be able to play from ahead, all those things work in our favor. It's going to be a team effort. It's not going to be a game where it's just one guy that's doing it. Like, we're not putting it all on our middle linebacker, or we're not putting it all on Juice to do it himself. Obviously, those guys will play a big part in what we're doing, but if Coach Zergel can keep that defense playing the way they're playing, and then offensively we can figure out a way to convert first downs and score points, I think we'll have a good chance of winning.
Coach, thank you as always. Hopefully we can do this next week with a home playoff game.
Hey, that sounds even better, man. I appreciate it. Go Lancers.
And we welcome you in here to Belleville East on a Friday night. It is the last week of the regular season as the Lancers look to secure a home playoff game in the first round next weekend. With that, they'll need a win tonight and some help from fellow Southwestern Conference teams. We talk about that help. None of that is, that's all a moot point when we discuss a home playoff game if we do not win this game tonight, as the Lancers bring in the Cavaliers out of Capital City High School from the great state of Missouri in Jefferson City. Welcome in here to Belleville. Steven Stackley, glad to have you along here on a Friday night. Just had the coin toss. Lancers are in the Columbia blue jerseys with the white texturals. Capital City is in white with the blue texturals, and Lancers coming in 6-2. Capital City 5-3. The Lancers, we talked about a little bit on the pregame. I'm going to pull this stat up again for you. It goes back to a home playoff game. Lancers are looking for their first 7-2 start since 2023. That year they went 7-2 and got a home playoff game. In fact, the Lancers have had 5 7-2 seasons since 2000, 2023, 2010, 2009, 2007, 2004, all resulted in home playoff games in the first round. So we'd like to have that trend continue tonight, and we'll see what happens with the Lancers. Looks like Capital City will kick things off left to right. Lancers will move right to left here in the first half. We're glad to have you along on a Friday night. We'll be following as much scores as I can. It's, you got a lot. You have, all these teams that are either ahead of Belleville East right down the playoff standings, the seeds, and then you got to follow the Southwestern Conference as well for the opponent wins. So we're hoping it's going to be a good night. I think if we get 8 opponent wins, get actually, I think if we could get, I think it's possible we can get 8. Is what I said. Pekin, I think, could win tonight. Althoff Collinsville. I mean, that would be 3 right there outside the conference. And I think, the only team that may not be able to win in the conference is Alton. So, I mean, that would be 4. So 7. I think 7 is probably, you'll take 7. That gets us up to, I think, 39. We're at 32 coming in. So we can get some help. And then I talked about a little bit on the pregame. There's a couple 6-2 teams, 2 6-2 teams facing each other. So one of those will be knocked out there. And if we get all 8 to win, though, we would be tied for that 7-2 with that one other team. I forgot what school that is up there. But that just gives you a scenario. We can do this, but we got to win. Capital City will kick it off left to right. We're getting ready to begin on a Friday night. It's a beautiful night. It's a little bit chilly. I'm a little bit worried about the weather. We'll see how it plays, the temperature-wise. First, really, Friday Night Lights where it's chilly. Belleville West, it was a little bit like this last Friday, but the heat was still a little bit of an issue. But no heat, obviously, today. We're in the 60s and the 50s. This one kicked off, going to be taking a bounce inside the Lancer 20, going inside the Lancer 10. It's going to go out of bounds, and that is going to be a flag to start things off for a kick out of bounds. So the Lancers, I believe it's the 40-yard line, if I'm not mistaken, is where you start with the ball. I might be wrong on that, though. I believe that's usually that's what it is in the NFL. So we'll see what that is here at the high school level. I forget sometimes. You got to remember all the rules for everything. Let's see where they'll put him at. We'll be at the 35. Okay, so it wasn't 40 like I thought. First and 10. The Lancers are led by the senior Caden Wood here on senior night. A couple seniors on this offense for Belleville East. You look at a few. Caden Wood, Jaden Beeman, Anthony Hike, Baden Schwab on the offensive line. Shakory Brown at tight end. Also got Juice Rulo and Maddox Carroll at left guard and center, respectfully, for Belleville East. That are all seniors tonight. And another really good class for the Lancers. I think for Lancer football, they've had some really good classes come through here. And this class did not disappoint at all. And they're hoping to finish it out with the W here in the regular season. First and 10, Lancers have it to the right hash. Caden Wood will take the snap, hand it off up the middle. It's going to be J.D. Beebe getting to the first carry, and he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Going to be about a loss of 2. Not the way you wanted to start tonight. Lancers, that first drive against Belleville West last week was a 3-and-out. They fell behind the chains early on that first down play and then never recovered. And that's the same that we have here. 2nd down and 13. Lancer offense did have a little bit of a better second half. Those first 2 offensive drives, man, that second half I thought was easily the best drives of the game and some you've seen all season. 3rd and 4th down conversions. Empty backfield, looking at those screen for James behind the line. Shed the tackle, go to the 34. Going to be wrapped up out of bounds about there, maybe the 33. Definitely got a yard or 2. I don't know if they're going to give him the 35. I don't think they will. Yep, they're going to give him the 34. Gain of 2, and it's going to be 3rd down and 11 for Belleville. They're going to give him the 33. 3rd down and 12. Only a gain of a yard on the screen pass to James. So not the start we wanted. Coach Harrison talked about it. That's always one of his big things here as the head coach of Lancer football. You want to start quick. You want to start early and put yourself in a position where, well, you have control of the ball game early on. 3 to the right, 1 to the left, running back offset right. Wood will take the snap, going to look to throw. Fires it right side, ball at the 40, going to be incomplete as the Lancers quarterback, Caden Wood, try to find the intended receiver in Jalen DeWalt, incomplete, and the Lancers will go 3-and-out for their first drive, 49 seconds into the ball game. So not the start you wanted. Kind of the exact same against Belleville West. But hopefully it's not the exact same on defense. And, well, we held Belleville West in check running the football. We're going to have to see how that goes here tonight with a team that, will run the football. They got a 5,000-yard rusher on this team. They got a lot of players. They're not going to be afraid to run it down your throat. Low snap, going to be able to get it away is the Lancer punter tonight. And this one's going to be caught at the 37. Sam Hockey, the punter tonight for Belleville East. So Capital City, 57 seconds in, will get their first drive. Ball at the 30, their own 37. And that's where the Cavaliers will start. You're going to see a very interesting formation. I believe it's called the Veer split is how it's been described to me, and it's gonna look really weird. It's gonna be interesting, but it's worked for Capital City this year. Over 250 rushing yards per game. They will run it down your throat. They're not afraid to do it. They don't pass the ball much. Only 65 passing yards per game coming in. .11:03 to go. Ball at the 37. I mean, look at this formation. They're going to take the snap, and Belleville East is all over. Wow. An absolute pile of blue jerseys all over Capital City. Just a host of Lancer jerseys there, and it's a loss at 2, 2nd and 12. That's what I'm talking about, this formation they're going to run. They're going to be in this a lot tonight. This is just wow. I don't think I've seen this before. This is something. Quarterback under center. 2 running backs split to the right, 1 to the left, and 1 to the right. And they got a snap, handoff right side. Here comes the run across the 40 to the 45. That's a Capital City first down, tackled at midfield. I believe they're going to give him the Lancer 49, as that is going to be Jalen Thomas, one of the guys you're going to have to watch out for tonight, the senior running back and also senior outside linebacker. And that is our first down tonight. It's a gain of about 16 yards into Lancer territory to the Belleville East 49. We'll see how Doug Zergel has his defense prepared tonight. I mean, this is a very unique matchup. I mean, when are you going to face an offense like this? Quarterback under center. They put a man in motion left to right. They'll hand it to the running back and stop right at the line of scrimmage. Gaining nothing on the run for Jalen Thomas. It's kind of hard to see who's even getting the ball on some of these. 9:40 to go here in the first quarter. Cavaliers going back under center. It is the quarterback. That is Evan Schaefer, senior. Also senior defensive back. Got 3 to the left. Running back behind the quarterback and Schaefer. Receiver outright. Take the snap, fake the handoff, going to keep it, and Belleville East is all over. I got to see who that was for the Lancers getting there. That is number 24, Kenny McCline, on the play of the sack. That's the first tonight for Belleville East, and it sets up a 3rd down and long. Lancers had 6 of them last week against Belleville West. 3 to the left. They'll take the snap. They're going to throw a little screen pass behind the line of scrimmage. Trying to move out left. Go to the sideline. Going to be tackled way short of the first down. And that will end the drive for Capital City. Pass was to Caleb Terry. About 4th down and 12. Ball at the Capital City 49. It looks like the punt team will come out as James Johnson will have the punt return duties for Belleville East. So Lancers do a good start. I mean, that second play, you get that 15, 16-yard carry. You know, so that was Capital City hoping for momentum on that. Didn't get it. Lancers able to rebound, get a stop. After they go 3 and out the first drive, this one's going to be down at the 20. That's where the Lancers will start for their second drive. We're hoping for a better offensive drive this time around. Lancers will have it at the 20. 8:43 to go in the first quarter. Back in a moment. It's a Friday night here from Belleville East. This is Lancer Football on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. Lancers' second offensive drive went 3 and out the first time. Running back offset right for Wood. Handoff, that's going to be Jaden Beeman. Trying to sidestep him in, going to be tackled down. Did get a gain of about 5. We're going to have a late flag come in after the tackle. Let's see what this is going to be on. Came in from the back judge. So we'll see what we're going to get here. And it looks like it's going to go against Belleville East. They're moving backwards. And it is going to be holding on Belleville East. So first really good play of the night. And then it's going to be taken back after a 5-yard gain on a run. Going to be moving back to the 15. First down and 15. We'll try it again. 2 running backs in there. That's Josh Ware. Offset right now. He motions out left. Taking the snap, Wood. They'll give it to Ware on a screen pass behind the line of scrimmage. Moving across the 20. Still going down the sideline. And he looked like stepped out about the 25. So we'll be back to about the yard line where Jaden Bateman took that first carry to. They're going to say gain of 7 to the 22. Now, I forget who's running the board in there in the press box tonight. It's either Brockman or Wiggs. If it's the 24, it's not second. Is it? No, they got the ball at the 20. It would be 2nd and 6. Here's a catch. I believe that's James Johnson still moving forward. A first down to the 40 as James Johnson was able to shed a tackler and kept moving forward for a Lancer first down to about the 39. Gain of 15, and that's our first down tonight for Belleville East. You got a good press box tonight. No creek in there, but you got head Lancer baseball coach Ryan Wiggs with our PA Keith Pageant, voice of the Lancers, of course, and then former basketball coach as well, Mark Brockman in there as well. So great press box with those folks. Couldn't leave. I was trying not to leave them before the game. It's trying to stand there. There's going to be C.J. Willis with the reception out to the 45, gain of 6. I mean, they don't want to leave him. It's always fun having conversations with those folks. It's some of the best of Belleville East. I love those guys. C.J. Willis, 12 catches last week against Belleville West. That was a record that for most receptions in a game. That was we're talking a few years if I can find my notes. Where did I have my notes somewhere. Where did I put them? Hopefully I didn't lose them. Here they are. Since 2019. Kept targeting CJ, and he had a great game. His best of his career. Handoff up the middle. Jaden Beeman getting into about midfield. Let's see if they give him the first down. It's right at the line to gain. I think they'll give it to him. I bet they will. Let's see. Yep, first down. Yep. Asking shall receive. So Lancers are driving, second first down. A lot better progress here on this second drive. After it did not start the way you wanted to, that first offensive drive, you hit that loss of 3 on the first play, and that really puts you behind the line, behind the chains. Could it be an empty backfield for Wood? 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Could it be a screen pass out right for Ware? He's going to get tackled right at the input. As soon as he caught the ball, that's going to be a loss of about 2. Instead of about a 2nd and 8. Trying to throw it out right, and Ware was met immediately, held on to the ball. Lost it 2, 2nd and 12, ball at the right hash at the Lancer 48. Could it be 2 to the right, 1 to the left? That is Ware with the Wood in the shotgun. Play clock down at 10. Wood waiting. Now takes a step, hands it off up the middle. Here's some room here for Josh Ware. He may go to the 20, 15, 10, 5 to the house. Josh Ware all the way. 52 yards for a Lancer touchdown with 5:56 to go in the first quarter. Josh Ware coming through. Josh Ware, the Lancer senior, from 52 out here on senior night. Second drive, Lancers starting to move the ball, starting to run it well. And they ran it really well. 52 yards, good blocks as well. That's something we talked about really early on in the year against Collinsville and Althoff weeks 1 and 3 about how good the offensive line was up front. You see that there as well. Sam Hockey on for the extra point, trying to make it 7-0. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it's going to be a botch snap, and they're going to blow it dead. As Hockey was getting ready to kick it, and then we had a flag as the holder, Connor Gray, a freshman, ran it out left. And what do we have here? What do we have here? Just going to re-kick it, it looks like. I didn't see a flag, so I'm just going to re-kick it. So Sam Hockey will try it again for the extra point. 5:56 to go in the first quarter. Hockey again. On the extra point. Snap. Hold. Kick is up, and it is good. 7-0 Belleville thanks to the 52-yard run for the Lancers senior running back on his senior night. Josh Ware punching it in from 52. 7-0 Belleville, 5:56 to go in the first quarter. Back in a moment. This is Lancer football on the Belleville Broadcast Network. Lancers kicking it off for the first time tonight. 52-yard touchdown by Josh Ware. This will be fielded at the 31. The Lancers came in there immediately and bring down the Capital City returner, Porter Box. And Capital City will start at about the 32 for their second drive. Blew that one up right away. Capital City second drive, they had that big 15-yard play. That 15-yard run was on the second play of the drive. That got them about midfield, and they were put behind the chains. Lancers stopped them after that. Here's going to be a run on a handoff to about the 36-37. J.Q. Richardson on the play. Gets into the 38. Gain of 5. It'll set up a 2nd and 5. Got half the distance there. Capital City coming under center. 2 in the backfield, going to hand it off. Here's a spin move by Thomas as he pulls it across the 45 to the 46. And that's going to be a Capital City first down. They pick up the chains for the second time tonight. It's going to be tough to stop this run. Only one pass so far, and it was a screen pass. It was a screen pass that was on that third down play where it was 3rd and long on their last drive. Ball at the 46-yard line. They'll come under center. I mean, they got extra personnel and everybody down there. It's going to be a pass this time around. Schaefer going to throw it deep. Had a man. It's going to be hauled in and then dropped at the last moment. There's going to be a flag coming in as well, and I believe it's going to be probably defensive pass interference is what it looked like, unfortunately. That Lancer corner never looked back, and there was a little bit of grab in there at the end as well. Yeah, but it will be pass interference against Belleville East. So it'll be a whole new set of downs for Capital City, and they'll have the ball at the Lancer 39. Second time they've been in Lancer territory. It's the deepest they've gotten so far. So here come the Cavaliers driving. Schaefer under center. Going to hand it off to Thomas. Here he goes. Inside the 40. He's got some space. Down the sideline. Inside the 5. Brought down near the pylon. He is short. He'll set up a 1st and goal as Jalen Thomas is having a big start for Capital City. There is a flag as well that was thrown in late. Tackle made it about the 3 with 4:30 to go here in the first quarter. See what we got there. About to announce the flag now. And I don't know what that is. It's going to look like it's going to go against Capital City, though. It's going to be a taunting penalty against Capital City. We'll take that. So that'll move the Cavaliers back to the 18-yard line. And it'll be a new set of downs, but it's not inside the 5 like it was. It'll be at the 18-yard line. And it'll be a 1st down and 10. Schaefer under center. Going to hand it off, and the Lancers are all over it as the handoff was to Richardson, maybe a yard. Going to be about 2nd down and 9. Let's see if they'll give him the 17. They will. Ryan Hunt was there for Belleville East. 2nd and 9 for the Cavaliers. Next snap is going to be another handoff and stopped right at the line of scrimmage again. Going to be about 3rd down. Lancers were bouncing back after that penalty. Got him in a 3rd down hole here. About 3rd and long. This is where they, it was about 3rd down and 14, 3rd down and 15 on that first drive where the Lancers got out of the drive. We'll see what happens here on 3rd and 8 from the 16. Schaefer under center, running back behind him. They got three to the right, none to the left. Schaefer under center takes the snap, going to throw it. Throws it right, incomplete, 4th down. As they try to throw it over to the receiver in Capital City, who took a little bit of a hit there. As Richardson ended up colliding with one of the Lancer defenders, and hopefully he's all right. He got up after staying down for a little bit. That definitely shaken up. That was a big hit. Collided with one of the Lancer defenders. It's going to set up a 4th down and 8. 3:07 to go in the first quarter. Let's see if Capital City will bring on the special teams unit. And it looks like they will. They're going to try a 33-yarder to try to get on the board here. From 33 out. Capital City trying to get on the board. Here is the snap. 33 yards, snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. Capital City on the board with a 33-yard kick from Weston Schofield, the senior, gets the Cavaliers on the board at 7-3. 3:02 to go in the first quarter. We're back in a moment. This is Lancer football here on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. Well, Lancer defense, they give up a field goal there. Could have been worse. The ball was inside the 5 at one point before a flag took it back. And once it took it back, the Lancers held the Capital City just to 2 yards in 3 plays. That kickoff goes all the way into the end zone before it lands. And we had whistles on it. Looks like we're going to have to redo it. So we got 3:02 to go. I mean, you'll take a field goal on defense compared to a touchdown. Easily could have been a tie game. That ball was inside the 5, especially with the momentum the Cavaliers have. But we've seen it from time to time where a flag and a penalty can take away the momentum of a drive, an offensive drive, and that's what happened to the Cavaliers there. Had it taken away on a penalty that was for Taunton, moved it back to, I want to say it was the 18-19 yard line. And only got 2 yards after that. Kicked a 33-yarder. 7-3 is where we stand. So we'll have to redo the kick here. I mean, the kicker for the Cavaliers doing the kickoff, Sam Kepter, a sophomore, he really booted that one away. Got it into the end zone before it landed. He's kicking it from 35. On 35. They'll kick this one away again. This one's going to be close again to it. It's going to go all the way to the 4. Going to be received by James Johnson. He's going to take it out across the 20. Going to about the 25. Shed the tackler still up on his feet across the 30. Trying to go out of bounds to the 35. Still going. And I believe they're going to get him down at the 38. Another late flag comes in. As James Johnson, about a 35-yard return. Really good return by James. We know he has the speed. And kept going and shed a couple tacklers as well. And unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a legal block in the back against Belleville East. Yeah, we'll move this one back. Coming in late. That was behind the tackle as well, where a couple Lancer jerseys were. So it will be a block in the back, and that will move the Lancers return to the 27. Still solid field position here on the third drive of the game for the Lancers. Caden Wood in the empty backfield has 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Wood faking the snap, still hasn't got it. He's going to go talk to his offensive line. 10 seconds. Claps, takes it. Going to throw it left. Going to be caught. Going across the 30. Trying to move to the left hash mark. Tackled out about the 32-33. That was Josh Holtman, the senior, making the catch. About him getting a little reception here on senior night. I know he'll like that. Be a gain of 6 to the 33. 2nd and 4. Wood will go empty backfield again. We see Wood do this a lot. We'll see if he's going to scramble it all tonight. He only had 4 carries, but I think it was 46 yards, 36 of it coming on one big play. But he can run it. Taking the snap is Wood. Look at a throw. We'll fire right, one-on-one ball for James Johnson on the sideline. Threw it high. Overthrew him incomplete. And it'll be a 3rd down. Lancers will have a 3rd and 4 coming from the 33. Three to the right, 2 to the left. Same formation here for Caden Wood. Going to keep it up the middle. And a quarterback keeper across the 35. Has the first down to about the 38, 39. Now it'll be a Lancer first down. There we go. Seeing Caden Wood step up and run the ball. And I really like Belleville East in that empty backfield look. I think, you got a lot of options for a guy like Caden Wood. They're going to run it again here. They have not ran it on this drive. Every single play so far. First 3, now the 4th will be an empty backfield for Caden Wood. 2 to the left, 3 to the right. About 100 seconds to play in the first quarter. Lancers lead 7-3. Wood will throw it out right. That ball's going to be caught. C.J. Wills trying to turn it upfield. Sorry, James Johnson trying to turn it upfield. Got it about the 43. Gain it 2. I always say when the ball is thrown to a Lancer receiver, you kind of have and you got to guess who it is, you have really two options. I'd say about 95% of the time, maybe 96, 48% each of the time. You either go James Johnson or C.J. Willis, and you wouldn't be wrong. I feel like you got a good shot of getting it right. You go any one of those two. Anytime the ball is thrown, I mean, those two guys are open. They're finding ways to get themselves open and make plays with the ball. 3 to the left, running back offset right for Wood. It was a gain of 3 to the 44. 60 seconds to go in the first quarter. Wood will take the snap, going to throw it, try to throw it for the Lancer receiver in C.J. Willis. Gets it close to midfield. We'll see if there will be a first down. They'll give him to the 48. Second first down tonight for Belleville East. 40 seconds to play. Lancers will have to get their snap off into this first quarter. Ball's on the left hash. 2 to the left, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Handoff for Jaden Beeman. Trying to sidestep a man inside the 45. Brought down at about the 44. Be a gain of about 4. Lancers have less than 20 seconds to go. 15 seconds. See if they can hurry up a little bit here. They can get one more snap off before the end of the first quarter. It is going to be at the 44. 5 seconds. Nope, they're going to send us to the second quarter. All right. Well, we won't have to move far to switch sides of the ball being at the 44. Lancers will have a 2nd and 6 on this third offensive drive of the night when we return. It'll be the start of the second quarter. The Lancers leading Capital City 7-3 here on a Friday night from Belleville East. Back in a moment here on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. Flip sides of the field, ball at the 44. Capital City Lancers will move left to right. Capital City moving right to left. Steven Stackley, glad to have you along on a Friday night, wrapping out the regular season. Hoping to get a win. The Lancers are looking for another 7-2 season. It would be the second under head coach Michael Harrison in his tenure. First one is 2 years ago in 2023. Here's a handoff to the right. That's Jalen DeWalt. Get it out to about the 40. Gain of about 4. It'll get the Lancers in a lot more manageable spot on third down. 3rd and short. And they'll say the 2. 3rd and 2 at the 40. Lancers run attack. You know, we're talking about Capital City tonight. They're going to run the ball well. Yeah, I think it's going to be really tough to stop. But Belleville East on the other side is running the ball well. 3rd and 2. A couple teardrops falling here on a Friday. Nothing major, though. Hopefully it won't be major. They put a man in motion left to right. It's DeWalt. Going to hand it off up the middle. Here's Jaden Beeman. Going to the right side. Has a first down inside the 35. Going to be tackled from behind inside the 30 as Beeman a gain of about 11. Once again, running the ball well. It's a Lancer first down. First and 10. Three to the left, 1 to the right. Wood has it at the right hash. Beeman also in there, the running back. Wood barking now, goes to his offensive line, gets back into the shotgun. Offset left is Beeman. Takes the snap. Wood going to look to throw as an open man for the end zone. Just a little bit overthrown as he tried to find the Lancer receiver, Anthony Hike. And he'll set up a 2nd down and 10. It is a beautiful night here tonight on a Friday. Not too chilly. I think it's perfect Friday night's weather for the second to last week of October. We'll see what it is next Friday. It's glad I'm not rocking shorts anymore. It's official. I think I could officially say it's now jacket pullover season, hoodie season. 3 to the left, 2 to the right, empty backfield for Wood. Going to throw it on a screen pass out left and tackled behind the line. Still trying to go, though, and going to be blown up at about the 33. That is Josh Ware on the screen pass. He's going to lose a couple. It'll be 3rd down and long coming. See what the Lancers want to do. 3rd and long. It's from the 32, and they'll probably be in no man's land here, especially on 4th and short. You're probably going to go for it. 3rd and 13. So you're going to get 2 plays here. 4-down territory, they like to call it. 1 to the left, 3 to the right, and before anything happens, play clock was down to 2. Lancers are going to take a timeout. That's going to be their first of the night. Comes with 10:27 to go in the second quarter here in the first half. We're back in a moment. Lancers leading 7-3. This is Lancer football here on the Belleville Broadcast Network. Third and 13, 10:27 to go in the first half. A little bit of rain falling on a Friday night. Not much, though. It's teardrops. Lancers will have 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Running back offset right of Wood. Called their first time out of the night was head coach Michael Harrison. Josh Ware offset right on Wood. Takes the snap, going to look to throw. Kading, a little bit of pressure. Stepping up, going to navigate the pocket, moving left. Flat comes in inside the 30, down at about the 20. He is close to the line of game. I believe he's going to be short, but a flag was thrown in from behind. I think they're going to get Belleville East offensive lineman for a hold. I think they're going to get for a hold. Got a couple teams tonight battling for playoff eligibility. One of those is Edwardsville. You got Pekin, who was one of our opponents that we're rooted for tonight to try to get us into the home playoff game next week. It is going to be holding DeSmet leading Edwardsville 14-9 with 9:34 to go in the second half. Again, 14-9 DeSmet. Let's see, we got a field goal and then a missed extra point. That's how Edwardsville has 9 points. I was trying to figure that out. So there's that for you. Edwardsville trailing, which is not good. I mean, they're our rivals tonight. Belleville West is our rivals, but we are rooting for every single Southwestern Conference opponent. I try to get as many opponent wins as possible. 3rd down and 23 after the holding penalty. Wood pumping, going to be sacked. And the ball, I believe, comes free. It looks like the Lancers have it on the sack. It'll be 4th down and long, and I believe the Lancers will punt. Wood was sacked. Ball came free on a fumble. Lancers did recover. And the Lancers will send out the punting unit. And they will punt for the second time tonight. Sam Hockey will have the honors with 9:15 to go here in the first half. Going to remind you to tune in at halftime. Going to have some halftime entertainment for you. That ball is going to be muffed on the return. And it looks like Capital City landed on it, though, with the loose ball, and they will have it inside their own 20, though. We'll see if Lancers can get a good defensive drive here, get a little momentum back. But we'll have some halftime entertainment for you. Last week we had Coach Wiggs and Coach Zergel get together for some halftime entertainment on the road. Moved it to tonight. So we will have that for you, Wiggs and Zergel. It's always a battle between these two, a great rivalry. If you've tuned in over the years, sports trivia tournament in the winter, get those two back in a room together. Should be some fun, and you'll see what happens at a halftime. I mean, I don't think it'll disappoint. So that's coming up at the half in about 9 minutes of game time here at Belleville East. Going to enjoy. Handoff up the middle. Ball was at the 19. I don't know if they actually got a yard here. I think it's tackled right at the line of scrimmage. They about it. Tackled him right at the line, 2nd and 10. Lancers are doing a good job, I'd say, for the most part, on some of these runs. I mean, they're going right under center and just punch it up your gut. Hand off to the right. Lancers are there. Maybe a gain of 3. Who's moving forward was Richardson. He was reaching out the football to try to pick up an extra yard or 2 at the end of that. Yeah, let's see what they're going to give him. Be a gain of 3, 3rd and 7 to the 22. I don't know who's doing the scoreboard tonight in the press box. I think it's Brockman. I think it's Coach Brockman. He's a little bit behind. He's got it 3rd and 7 from the 19. I'm going to go in there at halftime and let him know. That ball's going to be intercepted. James Johnson jumped up, and he's got an open path. Easy ticket to the house. Touchdown, Belleville East. Pick 6 for the Lancers, and it's 13-3. James Johnson gets a hug from Doug Zergel on the sideline. That's his 2nd of the season. 2nd pick 6. I want to say interception number 4. Yes. Juice had a pick 6 2 weeks ago against East St. Louis. Did not get one last week, but James says, I got you this week, and there's our guy, 13-3. First one came week 1 against Collinsville. Hockey, extra point. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. Well, didn't have the great offensive drive. Penalties took it away. Defense comes back. How about a pick 6 by the Lancer junior? James Johnson makes it 14-3 Belleville East. We got 7:49 remaining in the first half. Capital City gets it back when we return. This is Lancer football on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. (14-3) Belleville East. Momentum back to the Lancers. Sam Hockey will kick it off going left to right. Out of the pick 6 touchdown. And 14-3 Belleville East. Lancers would like to take lead in halftime. They're undefeated this season. When leading at the half. Still got 7.5 minutes to get there, though. But we'll see what we got. We're off to a good start. This one going to be returned. I don't even know where the ball's at now. It's about the 30. 32 as a host of blue jerseys all over the Capital City returner. And that's where the Cavaliers will start. So a little bit better starting position here, field position for Capital City. They started inside the 20 last time around, and let's Coach Harrison grab it out there, something at the 35. It's a T, of course, the holder. Coach Harrison making a long run and go get it. Shout out to Coach. He's Gotta love me some Coach Harrison every week, man. He's one of the best. Here's a handoff. Couldn't bring him down. Crossed the 35 to the side on a flag. Comes flying in. As that's going to be about a first down of the run for Jalen Thomas. But if I would, assume here, I believe that will come back due to a hold. It came flying in from the back. Back of the play on the, behind the line of scrimmage. Yep, hold it against Capital City, so that will take that run away. Capital City will be a loss of 5. 1st and 15 from the 27. Put a man in motion left to right. Going to hand it off. Going across the 30 on that right hash. At the yard marker at about the 31-32. They're going to get back to, I would say, that original line of scrimmage. Jalen Thomas gets a gain of 4. You see him just get a majority of the carries for Capital City. 2nd down, 11, ball at the 27. .640 to play. Gonna throw it here. There's Schaefer. There's going to be a sack. I think Juice Rulo got there. The Lancer senior wearing number 54. The University of Cincinnati commit. The future Bearcat on the sack, and it's 3rd and long. At least the 2nd sack of the night for Belleville. East had 6 against Bevel West a week ago, and it's 3rd down and 20. And Capital City in trouble. Lancers still have plenty of time. You got to have a drive here. You got plenty of time to go down the field and make this a 3-score game going into halftime. Plenty of time. Capital City will receive 2nd half kickoff. Going to be a handoff. That's going to be way short. Tackled down at about the 25. 4th down. Capital City going to have the punt. Lancers will get it back with plenty of time. 2 timeouts as well, over 5.5 minutes. As James will go back to return this one, and the defense did its job. 4th and 20. And you feel like you're in a spot right here where if you get some good field position as well, you're really make something happen. James is standing back at his own 34. Going to be punted up in the air. Let's see where James will go. Move to his left. Going to take a bounce at the 45. And it will be downed at the 42. Lancers will start there. 5:09 to go here in the first half. It's Belleville East 14, Capital City 3. Back in a moment here from Belleville East. .42-yard line is where the Lancers will start. 3 to the right, 1 to the left, running back offset right. 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Lancers own 42. Taking the snap, going to hand it off to Jaden Beeman. Moving forward to about the 44. So he went up the middle, gain of maybe 2. So about 2nd and 8. See if the Lancers, I think you probably want to take your time here, these first few plays. Don't give Capital City too much time if you go 3 and out here. Can run at least a minute and a half off. Minute off. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Running back offset right and Beeman. Wood, the quarterback, will take the snap. Going to look to throw. Kading fires it. Short ball going to be deflected, and it's intercepted. landed in the hands of a Capital City defender. Going to roll him down and back in Capital City Rainer. They're going to say it was incomplete, as Caleb Terry was the one that caught it off the deflection on the interception. I believe they're going to say it was incomplete. And the Lancers will catch a break here. Lancers will catch a huge break as Terry was the one that intercepted it, but they're going to say on the tip it hit the ground. Used the volleyball, 3rd down and 8. 4:27 to go. Lancers see what they want to do here now. 1 to the left, 3 to the right, running back offset right and Beeman. Wood will take the snap, going to look to throw. Caden firing it right side. Has a man, it's James Johnson in Capital City territory. Inside the 45, tackle down with the Lancer, 1st down out of bounds. James Johnson, the open man. I mean, I think you can call it him any time, and he will come through. So Belleville East, 1st down to the 42. 4 minutes to play, 4:15 to go. 1 to the left, 3 to the right, running back offset right, handoff Beeman up the middle, moving forward inside the 40, going to be brought down to 38. In a 4. 2nd and 6. I think we definitely got Coach Brockman working the scoreboard. It's just a little bit behind tonight. So I think that was what Jeff Creek does, but he's missing tonight, MIA. I'll report back for you in the second half. He's running the scoreboard. It's just a little bit behind. I'm going to make sure Brockman gets my words. Handoff up the middle inside the 35. Gain of about 4. Be close to the 1st down. He'll set up a 3rd and short. Lancers in a good spot here again. You got 3rd and manageable. They will make it the 34. Yard to gain is about the, what is that, a 32 and a half? 33. Okay. 3rd and 1. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Running back offset left and Wood. That is going to be Josh Ware. Wood taking the snap, faking the throw. He's got a man open. Caught inside the 10 to the 5 to the house. Touchdown Belleville East. It's C.J. Willis from 34. There is a flag on the play, so hold on. This one might be coming back, as Willis was wide open. Yep, and it's coming back. They're going to mark it as holding against Belleville East. So the Willis 34-yard touchdown reception wiped off the board. And now instead of 3rd and 1, what are you facing? And we kind of talked about Capital City. You know, I think it was the first drive. They picked up a good gain, and it comes back due to a flag, and that set them back. Will that happen here for the Lancers? 3rd down and it is not 3rd and 6 like they have. It's going to be about 3rd down and 14. A loss of 13 on the play. Now it's 3rd and long. 3 minutes to go. 3 to the left or 4 to the left. Now DeWalt will come to the right in motion. Now 3 left to the right. Wood will take the snap again. Can we redo it? Wood stepping up, finds a man. Inside the 40 to the 35. Going to be close to about the 33. Juan Cotton on the catch. Had a touchdown last week at Belleville West. Going to be 2 yards short, 4th and 2. Good play there. It was just underneath, open, and Wood found him. 4th and 2, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Running back offset left and Beeman. Wood getting the play call in from the sideline on 4th and 2. 2:20 to play in this first half. Wood takes the snap, going to look to throw. Will fire it, has a man, it's James Johnson. Inside the 25, rustled down at about the 23. That's a Lancer 1st down at James Johnson. Another 4th down conversion. We're getting late in the change. 3rd down, 4th down. It don't matter. Lancer's still picking them up to the Capital City 23, 1st and 10. Another snap. out in the middle. It's going to be brought down in about the 15. Jaden Beeman on the run. And we have a whistle with 1:50 to go. We're good. Now they'll run the clock. Lancer first down to the 13. 1st and 10. Trying to make this a 3-score game. Like I said, defense did its job, gave you plenty of time to go down the field and score. And with 93 seconds to go, we're going to have a timeout. Capital City, that's going to stop the clock with 93 seconds to play. 14-3, Lancers will face a 1st and 10 from the Cavalier 13 when we come back. This is Lancer football here on the Belleville Broadcast Network. Cavaliers use their first timeout. They have 2 remaining. Belleville East also with 2 remaining. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Ball at the 13-yard line of Capital City. 1st and 10. Lancers leading 14-3. Trying to add on here with another score. They did have one with C.J. Willis that was wiped off the board with a holding call. Wood pumping, moving to the right. Now going to go to the left with pressure. Has a little space. Flag comes inside the 10. Wood, 5. Pylon had it knocked down. And there's going to be a flag that's going to bring this one back, though. Definitely going to come back. Another holding penalty against Belleville East. That's 2nd and 3rd one on this drive. Start us a little bit right now. We got 82 seconds remaining in the first half. At the half, I have a little halftime entertainment for you. Coach Wiggs, Coach Zergel from last week. You do not want to miss it. I got some interesting things. I guess I should say had some interesting things planned for those two last week. Gonna get that for you here at halftime. Going to be a loss at 10, back to the 23, 1st and 20. 82 seconds to play. Another holding penalty by Belleville East. Takes away a big gain. 1 to the left, 3 to the right. Running back offset left, that's Beeman. They put a man in motion. Right to left, that's going to be Cotton. So now 2 to the left. Handoff up the middle. Beeman going to be swarmed as soon as he ran it to about the line of scrimmage. Gain of 2. 70 seconds to go. Capital City not using a timeout. Still running. Got it to the 21. Be 2nd down and 18. Less than 60 seconds to play. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Running back offset right, it's Ware. Wood taking the snap. Got some pressure, trying to step up now, throws it, going to be deflected, almost picked again. Luckily, it's dropped, and it's 3rd down. It fell out of the hands of the Capital City defender. Clock is stopped with 43.6, 3rd and 18 to go. .6 seconds. It would be about a 41-yarder for Sam Hockey. I assume that's going to be outside the range for the senior kicker. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Wood will throw it again. Caden throws it left. Going to be caught out of bounds at the 17. Anthony Hike on the reception. And another flag. And it's another holding penalty against Belleville East. Oh, man. Another one where the Lancers, they pick up positive yardage. And then it's going to be brought back. Third down and where do they want to mark this at? 34? Nope. Oh, man. To the 37. It's going to be about third down and 34 for the Lancers. Third down and 34. 38.6 seconds to play. What play call do you have here? For third down and 34. They got to go all the way to the 3-yard line. Oh, I mean, Wood going to throw it, a little screen pass for Ware inside the 35. Still going. Can he stay in bounds? And going to be tackled down. He did stay in at the 33. The clock is running. Capital City with 2 timeouts. They're not using one. Lancers can get our play here. I mean, why not try and take a shot? They don't have to, but they could. I don't think they will. They're moving back to the sideline. That's just going to send us to halftime. Lancers leading 14-3 over Capital City, Missouri at the half. Belleville East this season is undefeated when taking the lead in the half, 5-0. We'll see if that can hold as it's 14-3 at the half. Here's your halftime entertainment. Nope, we're going to call a timeout with 2.8. Hold the phones, folks. Not done yet. It's already getting ready to pull it up. 2.8 seconds. So that looks like Coach Harrison wants to take a shot to the end zone.
Halftime here at
Belleville. To me. That's what we're going to get here. Ball's at the 36, 2.8 seconds to play. Just can't throw an interception here. Just can't throw an interception. That would be the last thing you want. All right, back on the field, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Josh Ware offset right of Wood. Let's see what Coach Harrison draws up during the timeout. Wood taking the snap. There's pressure. Has to step up and get it away. The ball is out, and it's recovered by Belleville East. That's good in the half. Now we head to halftime. Lancers lead 14-3. Here is Coach Wiggs and Coach Zergel for your halftime entertainment here on a Friday night with the Lancers leading 14-3 over Capital City.
Halftime here at Belleville West is the Lancers taking on the Maroons on a Friday night. And, it's another road game. And one of my old traditions at Belleville East for road games, especially for football, is some halftime entertainment. We've had 2 road games I did a couple of years ago, and it had halftime entertainment. So hitting the road for Belleville West, I was like, I got to do it again this year. And so I grabbed 2 different coaches. Usually it's Coach Pageant and Coach Brockman. Let's switch it up this time. So we're going the head girls flag football coach Doug Zergel and the head Lancer baseball coach Ryan Wiggs. How are you two doing?
Good to see you, Doug.
This morning.
Doing great. Doing great.
What about you, Zergel?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm glad to hear. I'm nervous about what this is because America, we're in the dark here, and I'm nervous about it.
Yeah, just
America's watching, and
yeah.
we don't know what's coming.
Can play two games today. We're gonna kind of cut it half and half.
Okay.
2 games today.
Okay.
Couple rounds and see who comes out on top for bragging
great.
rights.
Yep.
We're gonna do that the second game. We're gonna do Belleville East Guess Who for the second game. I've made some changes to the board. I'm sure you probably know the budget last time around wasn't very high, so it should be better this time
you're
around.
a college kid. I understand.
I missed Guess Who though. Last.
Yes, that was the play.
Oh, because I had a bye. That's right.
I wonder why.
The better players got a bye, so I didn't have to do Guess Who.
The faster we can start,
Yes.
the better.
Okay.
I'm not going to sit here and listen to this.
Okay. So in the first game I want to play,
This one I actually just thought of the last couple weeks. I was like, okay, this sounds like a good idea. Have you guys ever seen the board game Tapple?
Yes, you make words out
Yeah.
of
Like
the
you get
random letters.
You get it. That's not it.
Okay,
You
different
get
game.
so you
You
right.
think of Scrabble?
Yeah, I think you're thinking of
No,
like
I was
that.
thinking of you have this board, you shake it up, all the
No.
letters, and then you make as many words as you can. What's that
No,
called?
that is not it. That is.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
I'll look that up. I'll get it.
That's-
I'll get back to you guys.
So what this is? So it's you get a category, and there's letters like in a circle.
Oh yeah, and you hit the
You
letter.
hit them, and you got to think of a word for that category. And obviously, there's categories the game gives you. I made my own category, so that's
Okay.
what we're gonna do.
Okay.
So,
I might need some help on this, but I'm ready.
all right, let me get it out, and let's get this thing going.
Not Scrabble. It's you got like a 5x5 square letter blocks. You shake it, all the letters settle in, and then you have to make as many words as you can. I forget what that's called.
I play a lot of board games, but I've never heard of that, which makes me think it's made up.
No, it's not.
So-
Give me a second. Oh,
Yeah.
there's the Guess Who right there.
Oh gosh,
You got a real game board though. This time.
brutal. Already pieces flying
Yeah,
out
we
here
got-
as he opens this. This is a good sign.
What you do is category is sports. I say pickleball. You go. You say basketball. I go. I say cricket.
So you played this before?
I have, yes.
Another game. This is trash. That's great.
Well, I mean, this is really dependent on the categories.
Yes, it is.
It really, I mean,
Yes, it is.
football.
Mr. Paget Family Trivia.
If it's college football, towns,
Right.
that you're probably in good shape.
Mr. Paget, my best friend.
So, but we're gonna put a little twist in. So I know you two are gonna compete, but to start off every round, I'm gonna get the first letter to make it a little more challenging.
Oh, okay.
Is we're gonna go names of sports. Let's keep it simple for now. We're gonna go names of sports. All right, all right. And you guys ready?
You're starting?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
gonna start. So let's see. Well, how do I? Well, we're gonna go. What are we looking at here? Is there no like? Oh, there's nothing at the end of the back of the alphabet.
No, it's like the common letters.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, well.
Do you have a 10-second timer? Because
No.
looks like it would have ran out by now.
All right, I'm gonna go basketball. All right, and then Wiggs, you're gonna go.
I'm going tennis.
Lacrosse.
Go.
Hockey.
Football.
Dodgeball.
Cricket. Thank you.
Pickleball.
Does IndyCar count?
It could, yeah. Let's do it.
That would be okay. I think
We're
that's
good.
racing, which was going to be my next thing. So now what do I do?
Top break.
Okay.
Top break, Mr. Wade.
All right.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Wiggs goes down 0-1 early.
Wrestling.
You win.
What was javelin? Is what I was going to say.
Yeah, that's track and field.
So is
But
there
would that be? That's what I'm saying. That's an
We're not-
event.
We're not going
but
to count it.
yeah. Well, I didn't say it anyway.
Okay.
I think we got it. It's 1-0.
It's 1-0, Steven. You taking math at Swick, buddy?
All right, this one's going to be 618 high schools.
Okay.
And I thought about this one. The school I'm going to go with, I've been thinking about this one. We're going to go the one that won Wiggs the championship of the sports trivia tournament 2 years ago. Modern Day.
Modern Day was a big one.
You should go to Modern Day.
Wow.
Nice setup. All right, so I'm up.
Yes,
Anytime you're ready.
The clock is
All
going.
right, so like Belleville East.
Correct.
Yes,
So now you can't use
that'll be-
obviously Belleville
Got it.
West.
Got it.
Alton.
Okay. We're at O'Fallon,
Collinsville.
Edwardsville.
Triad.
Okay. No, that's not in. Oh,
5,
no. Was Westglen
4,
in Clinton County?
3.
You get
Westglen
two.
is in the 618.
We're gonna, we'll keep going.
Oh,
keep going.
okay.
We'll check it at the end.
Highland.
They're in Clinton County. Are they in the 618?
But I think that's
Is that
618.
618?
Just
All
keep
right.
playing. We'll count it. For now, we'll check it. We'll check it when we come back.
Uh-oh.
3,
Jay.
2, 1.
Jerseyville?
Got it.
We count that? Okay.
Yes.
Yes, we are counting.
Freeburg.
Dupo.
Oh, I don't think that's it. New Athens.
5. Oh. 5, 4.
Pickneyville.
Ooh.
Sparta.
Ooh.
They're not there. Oh God. Oh no. Oh,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We're going to go names of Belleville East faculty members.
Last names.
Last names.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to go
this is gonna
first.
I'm not gonna be good at this.
And I'm going to go with Keith Pageant.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
You're up.
Surprise, surprise.
All right. Oh, am I going?
You're up.
Can't go yourself.
Tenius.
Schulte.
Minzer.
Horner.
Oh, I see. Garrison. See your play.
Clover.
Oh, we're really liking the social studies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So stick to what you know.
5, 4, 3,
Oh, I can't
2.
do myself.
No.
Rogers.
1. Got it.
Brockman.
Delaney.
Oh, God. No.
5, 4,
Uh-oh.
3, 2, 1. Wicks goes up 2-1.
We were missing a whole bunch.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a terrible round for
Pressure
us.
on.
So we're going to try and get you a little help here. We're going to go FBS schools. We'll go Penn State.
The Illini.
Jacksonville State.
Okay,
Ooh.
you're digging deep early.
Okay.
Let's go with Alabama.
Okay. Washington.
Okay. Well, Mizzou, I guess.
Okay. Oklahoma.
Nebraska.
LSU.
Kentucky.
Baylor.
Tennessee.
Okay. Stanford.
Florida.
ECU.
5.
Rutgers.
Ooh.
Okay.
Guys are gonna
so F football, correct?
FBS.
All right. Houston.
What, you got 3 left? Oh, my.
Yeah.
I know Zergil's got one.
Connecticut. Do they play football?
They do.
You do? Yeah, UConn. We'll count.
Georgia.
Ooh.
how
Can
do
you
we
get the
get
D? Can you get the D? 5, 4, 3, 2,
What is it?
1.
I know you got one, don't you?
Do you have one, Zergil?
No, I struggle with
D.
D.
Delaware, the newest
Delaware.
FBS
That's true.
school.
Good call. Yeah,
I wouldn't have got that if you gave me
I kept
5
avoiding
minutes.
D because I'm like, what am
See how this goes. We're going to go U.S. presidents.
Okay.
last name?
Last name.
Oh boy, this is
Zergil, you're up first. I'm going to go
okay.
I'm going to go with let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go Lyndon B. Johnson.
Okay.
Okay.
You're up.
Buchanan,
Washington.
Lincoln,
Adams.
Roosevelt,
Madison.
Truman,
Harrison.
Kennedy.
Polk.
That's a good one by you.
It is a good one. 5, 4, 3, 2,
There's no
1,
V.
0.
Fillmore.
Yeah, Miller.
Nixon.
Fillmore. Nixon.
Dukes goes up 3-2 to Belleville East faculty. Let's do that.
Oh, boy.
We'll go Jeff Creek.
Okay.
Rujewitz.
Mrs. Byrne.
Mr. Burn. Just joking. Hydorn.
Mr. Daniel.
Coach Peters.
Elifros.
Nice.
Thank
Really
you.
good job.
Yeah.
Mr. Osborne.
Oh.
Ooh, math poll.
Mr. Whetstone, the new PE guy.
Okay. Miss Mudd.
Hold on.
5, 4, 3.
Hey, whoa! Can you stop the countdown for a second? I'm trying to think. Jones.
I mean, what mean? Was that past 10 seconds or what?
We'll count it.
Well, okay. Well, this is under
Your
protest.
clock just now started, so.
I said that already.
5, 4,
2,
3, 2, 1.
Yeah!
So mine runs out and we call
Here,
it 3 seconds early.
Let me be the annoying
But-
kid. Appel.
Oh, a
Template.
Pell. How do we not?
We're going back to 618 high schools. We're going to try to do the same thing.
Okay.
No duplicates, but I'm going to go Murfreesboro.
Okay.
Oh, okay, nice.
Who's you're up. You won.
Okay.
Yep.
Carbondale. Just stay down there.
Altoff.
Trico.
Okay.
Oh,
Sure that's 618.
No.
Okay. Waterloo? We didn't say that. Because you said
No,
Westland.
it's-
Bunker Hill.
You're just saying towns. So.
They have schools.
What we use?
5, 4, 3.
Greenville?
Two.
Is that 618?
Keep going.
Yeah,
just
that's a great one. Hillsboro.
Okay.
I don't know if that's 618.
I just think you're making stuff up.
Is Greenville 618?
I don't know.
Well, let's check it then. Just keep going.
I don't know.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
One of my answers and not his. That's great. So, yeah.
Well, you said Hillsboro, which
Bunker Hill.
I don't.
I wrote it down in order. I got
Yes, please write those.
Trico.
Can we check those, please?
One of them's
Trico.
not gonna make it away.
Trico is the one that we need to check first. And then Wiggs, we got your Greenville answer.
Yeah, Greenville.
I don't,
So if we both gave an illegal answer,
well,
is that
well?
we
It's
just
whoever.
won't-
No, it's whoever did it first.
Okay,
What-
so Trico's first.
Yeah,
Let's check Trico,
No,
please.
Greenville was first.
No, it wasn't. It's in order.
Go back to the tape.
So let's check Trico first, please.
Yes. 618
Yeah.
Greenville. I don't even know if they have high school.
They have Greenville High School. Sure.
Well, it's got Greenville, South Carolina on here.
Well, we want Illinois. I'm sorry. I was referring to Greenville, Illinois. Come on, baby. Give me that phone number.
618
What's the next area code when you go up? Is it 30 like
Hillsboro
Bloomington?
High School. Unfortunately, looks like is 217.
Yes.
And that would give the win to Ryan Wiggs.
Try to give legal answers here, Doug. From now.
We're going to take a 4-3 lead into Belleville East. Guess who? We'll do
Okay.
the best out of 3.
We'll be right back after this.
Is this one right here.
Okay.
And Zergel, let's see. This is going to be your person right here.
Okay.
All
So
right.
the person you pointed to me.
Yeah, that's the
who
person.
he's trying to guess.
Correct.
Got it.
Correct.
All right. Mr. Zergel, is your person female?
No. Mr. Wiggs is your person.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Hold on a second.
Jesus.
Go ahead.
Is your person female?
No. Does your person currently coach something at Belleville East?
I don't know if I know.
I ask a different question.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Person currently a teacher at Belleville East?
Yes. Person ever been an administrator at Belleville East?
No. Has your person ever coached basketball at Belleville East?
No, I do not believe so.
So you got it down to.
Is
think
your
that's right.
person a current teacher at Belleville East?
Yes.
Let's see what. Sergel's in a little bit of trouble, it looks like.
Well, if I did it right. Last question was he coached basketball. You said no.
I said no.
Is your person bald?
In the picture?
In this photo, is your person bald?
No.
That was a weird answer that he just gave
In this
there.
person, does your person in the picture, are they wearing Columbia blue?
Oh, wait. They are not. Does your person work in social studies?
No. Does your person work at social studies?
Yes.
Oh. Got it down to 3. You
Can
got it
I
down
guess
to
at
2.
any
You
time?
can guess at any time.
All right.
How many you got left? You got
2.
You got 2.
Do I have to tell the truth?
That's
All right,
the game
I'm going to take a stab at it right now.
50-50 shot.
Is your person Brad Kremkowski?
It is Mr. Kramkowski.
Okay. I was hoping the tape, would be a little bit of a help.
You need stronger tape. It seems.
Yeah,
like.
Yeah, I think that's
Go for the duct
that
tape.
wasn't in the budget though.
Yeah,
so
right.
you
Right. Well,
Okay.
depending on viewership and sponsors you get from this episode,
Yeah, 100%.
maybe you can
Maybe
get.
we can. Okay.
Okay.
Also, Cram's not bald right now, so it was a weird answer when you said.
I just wanted to double check. I was trying to throw you off, so I don't.
Yeah, you did.
I don't need to do anything.
That's your
You did
person
really
right
well.
there.
All right, that's my person.
Yes. Winner goes first.
You
so-
know who it is.
I believe.
You
I
ready?
think. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Wiggs, you're up first since you won.
Okay. I liked your question earlier. Is in the photo? Does your person have any Columbia blue on?
That was Brockman's question last
Great
year.
question, by the
No.
way. There's no Columbia blue on this person.
No.
Like,
Are you a woman?
No, I'm.
he was hoping that would be the one.
Thank you for asking.
That would get it down to like.
I guess I should try that too,
There-
just to be sure.
Well, I don't.
I'm
There's
gonna go. Is your person female?
Yes.
Oh boy.
Steven really came through on that one.
I'm
Oh,
sorry,
boy.
I'm sorry.
Well, is your person? Hold on, let me take a look here.
Hold on, I'm still putting mine
Do
down.
you want to see how many he has left?
Just
Well,
give
I'm
me a
sure
sec.
he doesn't have many because I can do math, Steven. Unlike yourself.
Let me put all mine down.
Down 5-3. Let's give him one of 4 girls. That seems fair.
It was random.
Is your person African American?
No. And wearing pink in the photo.
Yes.
I'd take a shot if I were you. Just,
I mean,
I'm not trying to tell
can
you
we-
how to play,
Can we just think
but if you want to
about-
look at my board,
Can we just
just-
think about this guy who just chooses one at random? Female. There's 4 of them. You know,
I don't think.
Larson,
No,
Okay.
man. I'll give you one more. Let's go with twofer.
Abel Schroeder.
No.
All right,
Well,
Natalie Peters is my guess for
that's
you.
you are correct.
and Ryan Wiggs will take
Who were you?
today's.
Brian Menzer.
So let's go for the record here. I was given there are 4 females on the board, and I'm down 5-3. And Steven goes, "Man, we're pressed for time. Let's give him one of the females so Mr. Wiggs can win."
I do think if you would have asked, is he bald, that would have been it, because you only have.
But hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah,
I mean, like, oh,
I know.
here's the most specific question you could ask. If you had asked that, you might have had a chance, Doug.
Bald people in the photos are pretty
Well,
rare.
this is another.
Now we got to fix that for next time.
There's a.
I don't know why I'm putting it back
could've-
up.
Yeah,
You don't know how to run a
no.
game, Steven? Yeah, I know that. How could you give the guy down 5-3?
It was random, Doug.
The crappiest.
It was
It was
random.
random. You have her.
Okay,
I'm trashing this place.
Is there a limit? Are they in the math department? Or are they in the
Guys,
social studies
guys,
department?
No,
that would have narrowed it
no,
down and nearly
no,
half.
No, but the power of after the game what you should have done. That doesn't make any sense. You guys would have scored in the last quarter.
Well, isn't that all about like sports though? You like go back and see what you did wrong.
Yeah.
You just gave me a 21-point under. You gave him 21 points before the game even
A
started.
solid dose of reflection. I think
There
would be
are
useful for you here, Doug.
There are 24 spots
Yes,
on this
and
board,
4 women.
and there are 4 women.
Yeah, I could have got a woman too. You don't know. I didn't.
But
I
did
didn't.
you?
I didn't.
But did you,
I just maybe at the end of the day you got to get better at asking questions.
Stephen? I think you and I both know that's not true. What that is you give the guy who's down 5-3.
Bored.
Well, this is what crappy tape gives you. Heard of Title IX, Stephen?
Great.
Zergel, you're 0-4 now in these games too. I just want to we get that out there.
I am. Today was easily the worst because the game. I mean, as soon as he pointed to Natalie Peters, I was like,
Yeah.
"Well, great. I mean, let's just
couldn't
hand Wiggs the
react.
championship."
Yeah. But you couldn't react at the time.
Well,
because-
I should have just said it's over.
Second half, get ready to begin here at Belleville East. Great halftime entertainment between Wiggs and Zergel, and I guess if you had to, ask, make a prediction who would win that, I think you would easily go Wiggs. Zergel's 0-4. I think we're gonna get him up here as long as the Lancers hold on to win this. I think he'll be our post-game guest tonight if I can get him up here, and we'll ask him about it tonight. What he thinks, and obviously I think we're going to get some interesting thoughts. Welcome into the second half. Steven Stark with you. Glad to have you along on a Friday night. We're up 14-3. We're 5-0 this season. When leading at halftime, And I got 3 scores for you. I couldn't find the other 5 that we're looking for, but DeSmet leads Edwardsville 21-9. Triad leads Collinsville 9-7. O'Fallon in the second half leads LaSalle Peru 24-0. So it looks like the Panthers will be our first opponent win tonight. We get hopefully Edwardsville, lock in and same thing with Collinsville to pull those out. We need as many wins as we can get to try to get that home playoff game. We'll see what happens, but we're in a good spot ourselves, and we always talk about what can we do first. We got to take care of our business, and then we can scoreboard watch. Well, we're doing that right now, leading 14-3. Lancers will kick it off left to right. Capital City will move right to left. Lancers are in Columbia blue jerseys with white text and numerals. Capital City is in white with blue text and numerals. Sam Hockey will have the kickoff to start the second half. He'll move it up forward, and he'll boot it away. This one will move inside the 30. Fair catch called for at about the 29-28. And Capital City is ready for their first offensive drive of the second half. We'll see if Belleville East can continue the defensive momentum that you saw on that second-to-last drive on defense in the first half. James Johnson with the pick 6. They got the Lancers their second touchdown of the night. And then you got to stop on defense after that. And you got a 14-3 lead at halftime to show for. Ball at the 29. I forgot to see who's running the scoreboard. It might be Wiggs. Is it Wiggs tonight? Oh man, I forgot to ask. We had other thoughts going on in the press box. 1st and 10, Capital City at the 29. Going to be a handoff up the middle, and got across the 30, maybe the 32. Be a gain of about 3. It's starting to get a little more chilly here tonight. I'm not liking that. Got the pullover on and my Lancer basketball jacket, but still chilly. Here's going to be a handoff up the middle again. Still going across the 40. That's going to be a first down, and a big play for Capital City on 2nd and 7. A first down, and the flag's going to come in late. It's Jalen Thomas on the run. Drew Cerullo had the tackle for Belleville East. Let's see what this is going to be. A late flag, and that's something that hurt the Lancers in the first half, was penalties on that last drive. A couple of holding penalties on big-time plays. Let's see what we're going to get. What do we have here? Still don't have a call yet. Referee. It's good. It will be unsportsmanlike conduct against Belleville East as the referee is over talking with head coach Michael Harrison back at the 45. And Capital City will have the ball set up at the Lancer 39-yard line. Last time they were this deep into Lancer territory led to a field goal. See what happens here. Ball will be at the 39 of the right hash. Only 40 seconds into the second half. Not what you wanted. On a big gain, Thomas picks up the first down. It's a gain of about 10, and then you put on another 15 for unsportsmanlike. Handoff up the middle. Capital City moving inside the 35. Going to be brought down about the 32. Jalen Thomas again on the run. James Johnson on the stop for Belleville East. 2nd down and about 2. I mean, Capital City currently so far running it down our throats a little bit here. They're going to say 2nd and 3 at the 32. I'm telling you, whoever's running the scoreboard tonight is a little bit off. I think it's Wiggs. Handoff up the middle. Spin move inside the 30. It's going to be close to the first down, if not pick it up on the spin move by Thomas. They are going to pick up the chains. First down. 90 seconds into the half. The 29. Next play, another handoff up the middle inside the 25, brought down about the 21 to the 20. Another big run by Capital City. Thomas again had it, and we have an injured player. It's going to be an injured Capital City player, and hopefully they're all right. Don't have a jersey number. I think it's 63 for the Cavaliers, which is Calvin Gooden, sophomore offensive lineman. 2nd and 1 at the 19, 10:03 to go. That injury timeout in the third quarter. Capital City moving down the field. It's 14-3. Beverly's back in a moment. There's a snap handoff up the middle, moving inside the 10. That one's going to be inside the 10. Another first down for Capital City, 9:30 to go. They're looking to get their first touchdown and get on the board first here in the second half. Sidestep a man on a juke move inside the 5. That's the quarterback, Evan Schaefer, moving to the right hash to about the 3. They're going to say 4, it looks like. Second and 4 coming. Schaefer going under center. Another handoff up the middle. Going to be stopped, maybe a yard. 3rd down. Got a big-time play call here. I mean, if you can try to hold Capital City to a field goal try, I don't know if they would go for a field goal if this is going to be close enough. 3rd and 3 from the 3. But we got to keep them out of the end zone here. And that's morally closer to the 2. That's like 2.25 yards is where that ball spotted. 3rd and 3. Schaefer under center. Handoff. Schaefer going to keep it. Try to move the pile. He's going to be denied. He will be denied. 4th down. Faked the handoff. Kept it on the keeper. And Schaefer did not get enough. He's going to be short. About 4th and 2. And we'll see if they're going to want to go for this here. I mean, you kick a field goal, it's a one-possession game. It'd be 14-6. But how much confidence do you have maybe in your defense? You haven't scored a touchdown yet tonight. How do you want to play as your Capital City? They're keeping the offense on. It's going to be about the 3-yard line. 4th and goal from the 3. Can the Lancers get a huge stop to start the second half? Schaefer going to keep it. He's going to be stopped short. He is stopped short. Ja'Cory Brown, baby! And the Lancers get a goal line stand. Wow. Turnover on downs for Capital City as they wanted to go for it on 4th and goal from the 2. On the first drive of the second half, they had all the momentum, and instead of kicking a field goal to try to make it a one-possession game, they go for it, and the Lancer defense gets the stand. They made a 33-yarder earlier tonight, but now they got Belleville's backed up. to their own 1 yard line. Oh, man. This could be tricky to get out of. From the 1. Is Wood going to QB? No! Let someone jump, and I think it was Belleville East. False start. I mean, this ball is going to get backed up to literally. I mean, this ball's literally on the goal line. There's a little bit of green grass separating the ball and the goal line. I mean, you literally might have to QB sneak this. It's legit almost at the goal line. Wood under center from the 1 yard line with 7:29 to go in the third. Wood getting in the audible. Got 2 guys in the backfield with him. He's going to hand it off. I don't like that. Kind of get out of the end zone. He does. Maybe a yard or 2, about the 3. There's Josh Ware on the run. They're going to give him the 4. Be 2nd down and 7. Second and 7. Play clock going down at 2-1. Wood will hand it off up the middle. Going to be brought down at the line of scrimmage. 3rd down. I'm just glad the Lancers are out of the back of the end zone. Well, now you got about 3rd down and 7. See what they want to do here. Ball's at the 4. Less than 6.5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. And Capital City, I guess you're kind of thinking, if you don't get it, which they didn't, you pin the Lancers back so deep. If you can stop them here, go 3 and out, you pick up good field position. You can try it again real quick, but Lancers trying to convert. 3rd and 7. Wood with time. Fires the ball for James. Just a little bit out of reach. There's a flag coming in as James was the only receiver for Belleville East. Past the 30-yard line. I mean, everyone else is near the line of scrimmage. Out of reach. There was 3 Capital City defenders in the area. We do got a flag near where that ball was thrown to James. Now let's see what we get. Looks like it's going to go against Capital City. Pass interference on the defense. That will pick up the Lancer chains. 1st down to the 20. We'll catch a break there. Wood just overthrew James just a little bit. Overthrown just a little bit. But PI, 1st and 10 to 20. Ware in motion left to right, Beeman offset right, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Wood will take the snap, screen pass. It's going to go out to Ware on the right. Across the 20, truck a man to the 25 to the 30, ran out of bounds near the 35. Josh Ware with a full head of steam. I mean, truck the man, kept going. That's a Lancer 1st down to Josh Ware. And, you see, we've seen that a little bit this season now where, he's not just running the ball. You got him out in space on a screen. They let him do the work, and he does. Give him a couple blocks and let him do the rest. Gain of 12, 1st and 10 to the 32. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Running back offset left, I believe that's Beeman. For Caden Wood. Takes the snap, hand it off up the middle, across the 35 to the 40. Beeman, another 1st down to the 45. About a gain of 13. Jaden Beeman says, I can do it too. I'll pick up a gain of 12, 13 for you. Him and Ware with the last 25 yards for Belleville East on 2 plays. Lancers get to the line quickly. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, running back offset left. For Caden Wood. The Lancers senior will hand it off up the middle. Beeman trying to sidestep a man. He's going to only get to the 45. He'll be wrestled down by Caleb Terry at the last moment as he fell forward. Be about 2nd and 9 if they give him that yard. Wood faking the throw. Step it up. Going to get across the 50, inside the 40. Caden Wood showed up the legs to about the 30. Caden Wood can run the ball too. First time he's ran the ball tonight. He's got it in Capital City territory for a first down. Got the ball inside the 30. They're going to mark him down at the 29. Gain of 25, right, if I did the math correctly. First and 10 to 29 of Capital City, 4:41 to go. Lancers had an opportunity to make it a three-possession game before the half, did not do it. We'll see what happens here. Handoff up the middle for Ware, trying to go out to the right. Inside the 25-20, Ware still going to the house. It was almost a certainty that Josh Ware was going to be brought down to the backfield, but he takes it all the way. 29 yards. Josh Ware to the house, and it's 20-3 Belleville East. Josh Ware's second touchdown of the night. His first one, 52 yards. This one, 29. The Lancers senior giving himself 2 touchdowns tonight on senior night, and it's 20-3 Lancers. With 4:32 to go in the third, it's a 3-score game. And now chance for Ware to make it 21-3. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. Sam Hockey, 3 for 3 on extra points. Lancers have 3 touchdowns. They have an 18-point lead. It's 21-3. Belleville East leads. We're back in a moment. 4:32 to go to the third. This is Lancer football on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. (21-3) Belleville East leading with 4:32 to go into the third. We're doing our part tonight, trying to get that home playoff game next week, taking care of our business as Josh Ware gets his second touchdown run of the night. That one from 29 yards. And your Lancers lead 21-3 with 4:32 to go in the third. Trying to find some scores for you right now around the Southwestern Conference because those are some big ones. As this ball just came loose, the kickoff. Who's got it? Belleville East is saying they do. I don't see a signal yet. I believe it's going to go to the Lancers. Belleville East will get it on a fumble recovery on the kickoff. And Belleville East momentum is all, the momentum is all in favor of the Lancers. You get a touchdown after the goal line stand on the previous defensive drive, and they didn't even let Capital City touch the ball. A fumble recovery, and the Lancers will have it at the 41 of Capital City. Alton trailing Highland 14-3 at halftime. I got to get the Edwardsville score. I got to find Edwardsville to Smet score. Okay, 24-15 to Smet leads after Edwardsville gets a touchdown. I don't think they got the extra point, 24-15 with about 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. So Edwardsville, we need the Tigers to fight back in that one. Wood at the 41, trying to add on. Going to take a deep shot. May have a man. Nope, overthrew him, and a flag comes in at the last second. Intended receiver was James Johnson. The ref in the end zone will throw a flag. This might be PI, which would help out the Lancers even more. No, it's going to go the other way. Offensive pass interference. They call it on James Johnson. OPI the call. They're going to move him all the way back to the 44. It's a 15-yard penalty, first down and 25, and that's a backbreaker on the first play of this new drive for Belleville East. That's one thing we're going to have to clean up next week going into the playoffs, these penalties. We got too many of them tonight. Way too many. It's not clean right now. 3 to the left, 1 to the running back offset left, handoff for Jaden Beeman. You're going to get stood up right at the line, maybe a yard at the 45. Second and 24. Tripped up by Mosley. Second down in 24. Wood takes the snap, going to throw it over the middle for James. Did he hold on to it? No! Broken up at the last moment, and a flag will come in as Kingston Ogden had the break up on James, and hopefully James is all right. He took a big hit. His helmet's off. Sorry, it's not James. Who is that for Belleville East? I apologize. I don't have a jersey number. And hopefully he's all right. That was a big hit. C.J. Willis. Oh, no. And hopefully he's all right. I mean, helmet came off. He's walking off at his own power. He's hopefully he's all right. He's got to get looked at and stuff. Coach Harrison walking him off. Just glad to see him off on his own power after a hit like that. C.J. Willis on the sideline, and he'll be looked at. Very scary hit there. 3:48 to go, and I'm not sure what flag was. Sounds like against Capital City. I don't know. What do we have? The ball's at the 41. They got second down on the chains. And then now we're going to get some movement up front. It looks like it's going to be offsides on Capital City. Gain of 5 for the Lancers. So what do we got? First down. They got scoreboard's got 1st and 5. They still got second down on the chains. Not sure what we got. What the penalty was as well. Sorry, ball at the 44. Handoff, Beeman up the middle. That'll be a whole new set of downs. Inside the 30 to about the 27. Didn't matter what the down was. Didn't matter what the distance was. Beeman will pick it up anyway. Ball at the 27, 1st and 10. Now we have a whistle. We have a timeout. Capital City will take it. They're trying to hold on to this one. Belleville East with all the momentum. 21-3 with 3:38 to go in the third. Timeout, Cavaliers. We're back in a moment. This is Lancer Football here on the Belleville East Broadcast Network. Out of the timeout, handoff to the right. That's Josh Ware moving inside the 25, close to the 20. Gain of about 5 or 6. His second down and medium coming. 3:30 to go in the third. Capital City took their first time out of the half. And they're in a huge spot right now because they're trying to hold Belleville East to a field goal. Touchdown makes it 4 possessions and not much time left. Getting close to the fourth quarter. Handoff Ware. Going to be brought down, or he's still going. Let's see if they're going to mark him as they blow it dead. Maybe a loss of a yard. Yeah, they're going to mark it a yard loss. Let's see where they put it at. Remember, the yard to gain is the 18? That don't seem right. I guess it is. 3rd and 6. That's where they're going to put it at the 24-yard line. 3rd and 6 from the 24. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Running back offset left. Wood takes the snap, going to look to throw as pressure. Fired it for James, almost picked as it's incomplete. Braxton Karen was on the play. The senior outside linebacker for the Cavaliers. 4th down. It would be a 41-yarder. I think Coach Harrison would probably keep the offense on here. On 4th and 7. Be 4-down territory. What are they gonna, I mean, it's at the 24. Yep, they're going to keep the offense on. We'll see if the Lancers can convert. They've converted a couple 4th downs here tonight and last Friday at Belleville West. 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Running back offset left, that's going to be Beeman. Wood takes the snap, going to look to throw. Fire over the middle. It's going to be caught. And the Lancers, James Johnson, will have the first down to the 11. Another 4th down conversion, man. This offense, I mean, even if you get them down to a 4th and 7 like that, you can't stop them. It doesn't matter what the down and distance is. That's something, Coach Harrison and I talked about this week. Obviously the goal is not to get it put in those spots where it's 4th and 7, we're behind the chains. But it's nice when you can convert those. Lance did a good job of that last week. They're doing it again here tonight. Ball at the 11, 1st and 10. I mean, you put a touchdown, get a touchdown here, you're looking at 28-3. Can really, really put the ropes on them. Here in Capital City to see one final blow after that, really, I would think. Wood, handoff up the middle. Jaden Beeman trying to find the end zone. Pyle moving forward. Does he have it? We have a signal. Touchdown! To the house. Jaden Beeman just moved it the Pyle and kept moving, turning the legs. 27-3 Belleville East. And just like they started in the second half at Belleville West last week, 2 drives, 2 touchdowns for some offensive momentum. Start the second half. 1:45 to go in the third. (27-3), and they're going to go for 2. Oh, Lancers are going to go for 2. Caden Wood with 2 to the left. They put a man in motion right to left. Wood going to throw it back right. It's going to be caught by an offensive lineman trying to find the end zone and stop short is Baden Schwab, the senior. What type of play call was that from Coach Harrison? Coach Harrison pulling one out there. Threw it to the offensive lineman. There is a flag on the play as well. I assume illegal touching. I don't think threw it to the offensive lineman. Wood's going out left. And all of a sudden turns to his right and throws it to the offensive lineman. Schwab was the one that made the catch. I believe it was illegal touch, and it's going to be declined or accepted on the kickoff. I'm not sure how it works. 1:45 to go in the third. Lancers will kick it off 27-3. It's still 3 possessions. It forces the Cavaliers now to go for 2 each time at a 24-point game. Lancers will kick it off when we return. This is Lancer Football here on the Belleville Broadcast Network. 27-3. I mean, the defense has been excellent. Special teams on that last kickoff recovers the onside kick for, on the fumble and gets that. The defense, the goal line stand here to start the second half. They've held Capital City just to 3 points, a team that's averaging 250 rushing yards per game coming into tonight. This one's kicked short again, and it's going to be muffed. Capital City's on it back at the 37. We have whistles all over the play, and it's going to be offsides against Belleville East. Not sure you go offsides on a kickoff. That's another penalty tonight. Just putting +1 on to an absolute host of them tonight. Too many. Way too many. And I assume Coach Zergel will be our guest tonight on the post game if I could bring him up. And that's probably going to be the one thing he will say is the penalties. Way too many tonight. And that's something, you go into a playoff game next week. You're hoping to host. You're going to get, a solid opponent. You're going to be probably a 14, 15 seed. You're going to get, middle of the pack team, 6-3 most likely. If you get that home playoff game, you're going to get a good team. You're not going to be able to be penalized this much. That's just going to be the bottom line. They're going to redo the kickoff. Hockey will just kick this one far. It's returned at the 21. Across the 30, the big hit delivered back at the 34. That's where Capital City will take over. 1:41 to go in the third. 27-3 is the score. I mean, you're going to be in trouble. So I get some score updates for you. I was trying to find a Belleville West Vianney score. That should be final. They started at 6. But I have not found one in Vianney. I'm pretty sure they're at Vianney, I believe, over in Missouri. And I have not found a score there. Let's get back to Edwardsville to Smet. There's going to be a tackle made. Still 24-15 to Smet. Kenny McCline there on a stop. He had a big game last week. Two sacks. Had 2 of the 6, I believe it was.
Lancer fans, remember at the end of the third quarter, we'll have a Lancer student attempting a 25-yard field goal for a $50 prize.
Loss of 7 on the play, 2nd and 17. Less than 60 seconds to go in the third. Handoff to about the 30. Gain of maybe 2 or 3, and he'll set up a 3rd down and long. And another snap really quickly back at the 39. Marcus Driver on the catch. It's going to be about 4th down and short, maybe 4th and 2. 4th and 7, sorry. Forgot 5 yards. 4th and 7. We'll see if the Cavaliers want to snap it. They don't have to. Less than 20 seconds to play in the third. They might, this is the game right here. They don't get this, it's over. The game is, this is the drive you have to put one in the end zone. And we're going to set this to the 4th quarter. Switch sides. Capital City will talk things over and see what they want to do. They got a big play call coming. 4th and 7. We go to the 4th. Back in a moment. This is Lancer football here on the Belleville Broadcast Network. We switch sides, 4th and 7 for Capital City. They're going to have to go for it, the game on the line. Ball at the 38-yard, gain the 45. They'll throw it out right. Had a wide open receiver overthrown. Try to get it to Richardson and overthrew it. It'll come back to Belleville East. It's a turnover on downs. They have it in Capital City territory as well. We also have a flag, though, which is not. Oh, no. Will it keep the Capital City offense on the field? 27-3 the score, and down by 24, 3 possessions. You have to get the 2-point conversion on 3 touchdowns. Let's see here. They haven't announced it yet. The referees are meeting back at the 34. Let's see what we're going to get. Now the referee over to talk to the Lancer sideline. Incomplete pass, but a flag thrown. And this is thrown back in Lancer territory as well, back at about the 48 is where this flag is at. Coach Harrison meeting with one of the refs. See what we got. Got already fans heading for the exits tonight. This one not over yet. I don't know. Still some time. Some crazy things happen. Let's see what we're gonna get. Still haven't announced what this is. Capital City, their defense is on the field, and they're moving back. It looks like this is going to go again, but wouldn't it be declined though? If it's a penalty on the offense, because if it's on the offense, it wouldn't. I don't know. They're putting the ball at the 23. And it will be a Lancer ball after all that. The 23 of Capital City. Lancers will have 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Need one more nail put in the coffin to finish this one off, it feels like. Get one more blow. Running back offset left and right of Caden Wood. Ball at the 23, 1st and 10. Handoff will go to Josh Ware, stumbling forward inside the 20 to about the 19. And it's just now run the clock, run the ball, put this one on cruise control and finish it off. Put the final blow in it. Deliver it and get it done. Second and 5 from the 19. Taking the snap, going to throw it out left. It's going to be caught inside the 20, moving right side inside the 15, going to the 10, to the 5, to the house. We're going to have a flag coming in, though, that I assume will bring this one back. Cleveland Miles, the senior, coming in for the touchdown, but we have a flag. And unfortunately, I think it's going to take this one away. I hate to say that. It's unfortunately going to take it away. 11-12 to go here in the 4th. Got 2 flags. Both are going to go against Belleville for a holding and unsportsmanlike conduct. I mean, so I guess we're going to get this ball back at the 35. Second down and 21. Second down and 22 from the 35-yard line. Got penalized there. And again, another penalty tonight that got too many of them. That's hurting us right now. It is hurting us. Wood will take the snap, handoff up the middle, going to be stuffed at the line, maybe a yard. It'll be 3rd and long. Be about 3rd down and 20. They'll give them the 34. Lancers running the clock down, less than 11 minutes to play on a Friday night. Trying to find some scores, and we're hoping that we will get some help tonight. We've done our job. We're just gonna hold on to this one. Trying to get that home playoff game, but as I mentioned, the Lancers have had 5 7-2 seasons since 2000. All of them resulted in home playoff games. Here's to Miles Cleveland, and he drops the ball in the end zone. Try to get that touchdown back that was taken away with a holding penalty on the 2 plays ago, but unfortunately, that one there is overthrown incomplete. It'll set up a 4th down. DeSmet, a 19-yard field goal, makes it 27-15 over Edwardsville. Going into the 4th quarter will be Tiger ball. Collinsville, what do we got? Collinsville Triad. This was close. Collinsville. What do we got? Did Collinsville win? I think the K-Hawks will defeat Triad tonight. Wow. Well, I'm thinking this is right. That'd be huge. That's another opponent win. We have O'Fallon. As Belleville is going to take a timeout. We already have O'Fallon. I'll check that again to make sure. Let's see. Yeah, PAT is good. 16-7. Collinsville kneels the game out. Yeah, so I think Collinsville wins tonight over Triad, if I'm not mistaken here. If I'm not reading this wrong, I might be. But that's what I got. Yeah, Collinsville wins 16-7 over Triad. So let me check O'Fallon, make sure that's a final. That would be 2 opponent wins given us tonight. O'Fallon wins 34-0 over LaSalle Peru up north. So that would be 2 opponent wins. Let's check Alton taking on Highland. They were trailing at halftime. 21-7 Highland with 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. What a game that is. What are we missing? East St. Louis plays tomorrow, so we're just missing Belleville West, I think, in the conference, right? West, yeah, that's it, just West. Let me check Pekin. I haven't seen anything from Pekin tonight, which is unfortunate. That would be a nice one. Pekin, that would be a nice one. They're fighting for playoff eligibility. So, and we got to check Althoff. I forget about Althoff. Well, it is 4th down and 20. The Lancers are going to go for it at the 34-yard line of Capital City. Wood going to be brought down, and a big-time sack for the Cavaliers is number 71, Stephen Willis. And that'll be a turnover on downs for Belleville East. It was Althoff was trailing 14-7 at the end of the 1st, and that's the last update I have, it looks like. Oh, no, it was 28-14. Wow. Althoff trailing 28-14 at halftime, and if they lose that game, I don't think they make the playoffs. They would be 4-5. Wow, from state champion to possibly missing the playoffs. Now Althoff is in a little bit of trouble on the road. Wow. That was a game you would hope that would help out the opponent wins, too, getting Althoff on the schedule. With how good they were last year and how good they were the year prior, that one's going to get to about the 45, a gain of 3. You got 10 minutes left in this game. You need 3 touchdowns, you need 3 two-point conversions, and then you need 2 defensive stops. all in that scenario. I mean, the Capital City can go quick or seen them go quick. Here's a deep shot. This ball is almost picked. It's incomplete as the Lancer corner was Kevin Gibson, the Lancer senior there. Almost picked it off. We'll take the PBU, third down. We'll take a break up. Third down and 6. What's the temperature out now? I think when we look at temperature, I don't care about the temperature. I talk about the real feel. The real feel is we got temperature at 54. Real feel is only 53. It's a little chilly, just a little bit chilly. I think the Lancer basketball jacket coming in clutch tonight. I think it's coming in clutch. I don't know what it's going to be like next Friday. Hopefully here at Belleville. There's going to be a tackle made at the 47. I'll pick up the chains, though. First down, Capital City. What do we got for Friday? That's, hopefully staying down here. 56 is the high, 40 is the low. I have to bundle up another layer. I mean, I got T-shirt, pullover, and jacket, and then pants. So we'll see how at the Rock. Hopefully next week we get this home playoff game. We'll find out tomorrow officially if we'll have that home playoff game tomorrow night on the IHSA Parent Show. We're going to be the last bracket announced. That's usually how it goes. Handoff up the middle inside the 40. Gain of about 8. What time is that at? It's usually, I think, at 7. I want to say 7, but I might not be right. And then we would be the last one. We're back into the show. 8 o'clock. Wow, 8 o'clock. Okay. Be 8 o'clock tomorrow. The Lancers will find out their seed. 2nd and 2. Need that top 16 out of the 32 to get it. Home playoff game. We have a flag on the play. It'll be blown dead. 8:49 to go. False start. 2nd and 7 now coming for Capital City. It'll be interesting to see. Do we have enough 5 and 4 teams? That'll be one question. I don't know if we will. Usually there's 3 or 4 teams that, we usually don't have 3 or 4 teams that get in that are 4 and 5. 3 or 4 spots left open. So we don't have enough 5 and 4 teams. We may have that from what I'm looking at. We'll see how many we have this time around. Edwardsville could get in. They have like 40 opponent wins, and they really scheduled a tough non-conference schedule. And I said that 4 and 4. That does not show their record. 2nd and 7, a big time play inside the 30, but we have a flag coming in. Another one. Man, it's been a flag fest tonight. Penalties all over the place. And somehow this game's, it's going by pretty quick with all the flags stopping the clock. It's going to be a face mask against Belleville East. Another penalty against the Lancers. Gotta clean that up. It's way too many tonight. Way too many. But Edwardsville, they just struggle in non-conference play. And you play all those tough teams. They went up, I think it's Indiana, right, or something up north. They played Glenwood, Chatham-Glenwood. Had a tough non-conference. They're getting to Smet tonight. Stop. Then you got to play Southwestern Conference, too. But they may not get in. And Richardson, gain of maybe a yard on that play. 8 minutes to go. Inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 1 to the 18, 2nd and 9. Get less than 8 minutes. If you could score quick here, and then you go onside or a defensive stop, you have to get out of a drive quickly. You only have 2 timeouts remaining, too. That's another thing. You don't have all 3. Handoff. Going to be brought down maybe a yard or 2, close to the 15. Be 3rd down. Juice Rulo on the stop for Belleville East. Be 3rd and 5. What do they give them, the 14? And they got a little forward progress at the end there. 3rd and 5. Capital City will have to keep the offense on if they don't get this. It will be 4-down territory. Under 7.5 to play. Handoff left. Inside the 5 to the end zone. Going to be short, I believe. as that was Jalen Thomas on the run. It is a first down inside the 5 with 7:02 to go.
Thomas, the ball carrier, is brought down by Killian Roush, C.J. Willis, and Jordan Williams, and Lancers. It'll be first and goal for the Cavaliers.
Be first and 3 from the 3. Cavaliers still looking for that first touchdown tonight. 33-yarders all they have. Handoff up the middle. Lancers are there. Second down.
Richardson, the ball carrier, Juice Rulo on the tackle. Jason Halton returns to the field for the Lancers.
About 2nd and 3. 6:30 to go. Clock continuing to run. Handoff. Going to be short. 3rd down.
Thomas, the ball carrier,
Less than 6 minutes to play.
for the Lancers.
I don't even think he gained anything. The ball's still at the 3. Third and 3. Another snap, handoff. Nope, going to pitch it to Thomas. Trying to move to the right side. He's going to be short. I think maybe a yard. Back to the line. Loss of a yard back to the line. C.J. Willis at the stop.
Jordan Williams,
4th down.
by C.J. Willis. That'll bring up a 4th down and goal for the Cavaliers.
About 4th and 3. 5 minutes to go. Clock continuing to run. .506, and then we're going to get a whistle. We're going to get a timeout.
Timeout, Capital City.
Capital City will take their second. They have 1 remaining. They want to talk things over. 4th and 4 from the 4. 5:05 to go in the ball game. We're back in a moment here from Belleville East. .505 to go. 4th and 4 from the 4. Ball at the right hash. 27-3 Belleville East. Capital City ball. This will, I mean, game's on the line here. 4th and 4. They pitch it left. The ball comes loose and stopped way short of the end zone. The Lancers get the stop with 5 minutes to go. And that will do it tonight. That will officially give the Lancers the win. 5 minutes to go. Just don't make any mistakes, and this is your ball game. Belleville East defense deserves a round of applause. It's another goal line stand tonight. Second one of the half. They've held Capital City to just 3 points. I mean, you get with a team like this that just runs the ball down your throat every single play. They're not giving you any time to rest. They're going right back at it, no huddle, right back at the line and trying to run it down your throat again. And the Lancers have done a really good job with that as well.
Senior cheerleaders Lauren Helfrich, Morgan Hadley, Alyssa Fields, Talia Thornton Johnson, Jada Slayton, and London Quarles. Great job all season, girls.
Lancers will take over at the 4. 1st and 10. Just don't get a safety here. And, it's still 3 possessions. Going to be a handoff to Beeman. He'll move forward across the 5 to maybe the 7.
Beeman, the ball carrier, out to the 8-yard line.
He'll give him the 8. I'll take that.
By Nyberry for the Cavaliers.
About 2nd and 6. Lancers just need to run the clock as well here. Maybe a handoff up the middle, across the 10. Give me about 3rd down and medium. 4 minutes, 4:10 to go.
Beaman, the ball carrier. Johnson on the tackle. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 2 for the Lancers.
Be about 3rd down and 2 from the 13. And then we're going to get a whistle. Do we have another timeout? What do we got? Injury is what we have. An injured Capital City player. I believe I don't have a jersey number. I'm not gonna wait till I get an official one here. It's gonna be number 4, Kanani Johnson. Hopefully he's all right. We'll take an injury timeout. 3:54 to go. 3rd and 2 from the 14 for Belleville when we return. Third down and about 3 from the Lancer 13. Was that a direct snap? I wasn't paying attention. It's going to be a 1st down anyway. Jaden Beeman. I think that was a direct snap. I don't know. Gets the 1st down anyway. 3:48 to go. And the Lancers just all you got to do is just run the clock now. We're going to try to get defensive coordinator Doug Zergel up here as always. Post-game favorite. Could not get him last week. He left too early, and that's fine. We got to switch it up once in a while, and so we got the great Lancer legend, Coach Tom Blomberg, up here. It's good to see him again. I have missed him dearly over the last year or two. He's been someone that's been in my corner. Belleville East still is. Handoff up the middle, across the 20, and just seeing that guy last week and seeing him at football games, his smile and everything. Great guy, Coach Blomberg. So a lot of fun having him up here last week. We got to go back to Zergel, though. Blomberg's great, but Zergel, man, Zergel's a different animal. He's a different animal up here. We'll get him up. Less than 3 minutes to go in this game. Lancers facing a 2nd and 5. Ball at the 21-yard line. 27-3, and if this score holds, they'll pitch a shutout here in the second half, and they'll move to 6-0 when leading at halftime. Handoff up the middle, going across the 25. Be a gain of about 4 or 5. This would also be Belleville East's 6th 7-2 season since 2000, the second one under head coach Michael Harrison. We have another injury, another Capital City player down. Hopefully they're all right. And we'll take another injury timeout. 2:19 to go. Lancers will have a 3rd and short when we return. Back in a moment. Lancers 3rd and short with 2:19 to go in the game. Try to convert it. Wood scrambles right, incomplete. We're at the kick this ball back over to Capital City, punt it away. It's 4th down. Try to get it to Antoine Brown, incomplete. 4th down. One of the Lancers seniors, senior tight end / defensive lineman. I think we'll punt, right? Or do we go for this? Try to end the game here, but I think they're going to keep the offense on. I think Coach Harrison's going to elect to do that. Play clock's at 10. They're still on here. Yep. All right, we're going to keep the offense on. Trying to just end it here. Empty backfield for Caden. 3 to the right, 2 to the left. Wood under center. Going to QB sneak it. Moving the pile. I don't know if he got enough. I don't think he did. Don't think he had enough. He got enough. Nope. Lancers will turn it over on downs. I mean, I've seen Belleville. I don't know what is this 4th year Lancer football. I haven't seen that many QB sneaks before this season, and we're seeing a lot more where Caden Wood just is going to get under center, especially when the ball's at the 1. We had him get a QB sneak touchdown last week at Belleville West. He does that now. He's a guy that's he's so far we've seen from physical, going to go up there and fight for those yards. Just a little bit too short there on that one. And we got 2:12 left to go, 27-3 the score. Ball at the 26 of Belleville East, 1st and 10. Let's see if I can get it to Smet. Edwards will score after this play. Got to find an update, man. That's the one we're watching tonight. Handoff. Move it up the middle as Richardson inside the 25. A gain of about 3 or 4. 2 minutes to go and less than.
Richardson's the ball carrier. Ryan Hunt. Jordan Williams on the tackle.
There's one that's going to be ran. Did he get in? Or did he get out near the left pylon? They're going to stay down at the 1, and Edwardsville now trails 30-15 on another field goal by DeSmet. Ball at the 1, 1:47 to go. Edwardsville may not make the playoffs tomorrow night. Flag comes in on the play. On the snap, they blow it dead. False start against Capital City. That's their second false start in as many drives. Definitely their second. Be a 1st down and 6 from the 6. Quarterback under center. Schaefer will throw it right, and that one's going to be deflected, incomplete. Who is there on the breakup? Terrence Ryder. Lancers senior making a play. 2nd down.
Terrence Ryder breaking it up on defense for the Lancers.
2nd and 6. Through to the right. Taking the snap. Going to look to throw for the end zone. It's going to be caught. But another flag. Touchdown, but a flag coming in. On the pass from Schaefer. Let's see what we're going to get. It came in as soon as it was caught. Not sure what we're going to have here. It's going to go against Belleville East. The touchdown is good. 27-9 with 99 seconds to play. So 27-9 on the touchdown reception. It was from Evan Schaefer to J.Q. Richardson. 27-9, and they will just going to go for the extra point here. The kicker is Weston Schofield on. I got to bring an extra man in. Got one man too short. Here is the extra point attempt for the Cavaliers. Snap, hold, kick is up, and it is good. 27-10, Capital City with a late score, so Schofield gets it in. Makes it a 17-point game. And we just got to run out another 99 seconds here. See if the Lancers could try and burn the rest of the clock on this next drive. They'll have to try it again. Capital City will do an onside kick. Going to be recovered right at the 50. And that will be almost the end of this one. Lancers will have it right at midfield. Antoine Brown was there on the Lancer kickoff. Get ready to go down there. We're going to try to get Coach Zergel, as mentioned, get his thoughts tonight on this one. So Lancers will get to 7-2. As I mentioned, it'll be the second 7-2 regular season under the tenure of head coach Michael Harrison, the second in his last 3 years. That's got to be something you got to be pretty proud about. If you look at the last time we went 7-2, we won that first round of the home playoff. It was like 71-0, I want to say, right? We'll see if we can keep the good fortunes rolling. And also Belleville, I'm going to point this out. Belleville football 4-0 now when I'm in attendance. 4-0 compared to 3-2. Just saying. Just going to put that out there. Caden Wood, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Caden will hand it off up the middle and get inside the 45 to the 41 on the run. I think that was, who is that? Caleb Witten, the sophomore. And we got the clock running. 80 seconds to go. Ran it to the 40, gained a 9. 41, a gain of 8. Second down and 1, under 60 seconds to play. Wood will take the snap, handoff up the middle. That's going to be a first down to the 35. Caleb Witten again on the carry. 54.4 seconds to go. Lancers will get the clock running again as it gets spotted. Got it to the 36 on the left hash. They will have to snap it, I believe, at least one more time. About a 20-second differential on the clocks. That's all right. The victory formation, maybe. Wood, yep, we'll take the knee. That's going to do it. They don't have to snap it. Less than 25 seconds to go, and that's going to do it tonight, folks. Belleville East gets the win on senior night, wraps out the regular season with a 27-10 win over Capital City to finish the season 7-2. It's the second 7-2 start for head coach Michael Harrison. Lancers 7-2. Capital City will fall to 5-4. Wraps out the regular season. We'll talk about it next on the postgame show. Back in a moment here from Belleville East.
7 wins and 2 losses. We will find out our playoff pairings tomorrow at 8 o'clock on the annual playoff pairing show. If you're interested in watching the show, the IHSA will stream it on the NFHS network as well as on TV options depending on your market. You can find the streaming links online. Once again, that'll be tomorrow at 8 o'clock. We will find out where our 7-2 Lancers will play next week. Thank you for your attendance tonight. Please drive carefully.
Welcome back into Belleville East. Welcome into our Lancer football postgame show. Steven Stack with the Lancers get the win 27-10. They'll be 7-2 to finish out the regular season. And now we'll await our playoff seed tomorrow night in the IHSA football parent show. I believe it's going to be at 8 o'clock Central. We'll be on the back end of that on the brackets when they release it, with us being Class 8A. Will be the last one announced. As Doug Zergel will be coming up here in just a moment. Should be, at least. We'll hear from him and get his thoughts on where we're at right now. It doesn't. Last I looked, Edwardsville was losing, which is going to be a big point that we're not going to be able to get. Alton was losing. We're going to lose a couple points there. Yeah, Edwardsville is going to lose 30-15 tonight over DeSmet. That's going to move the Tigers to 4-5, and I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I mean, unless there's not enough 5-4 teams, but we'll see. I mean, we got to find a way to move up 5 spots is what we're going from 21 to 16, and you have Althoff that's losing tonight. That's not what you want. I'm not sure what Pekin looks like, we saw Council did win, which is a huge one. You got East St. Louis tomorrow, which might be a late win. That you get that last one that might help us out. Let me see if I can find a Pekin score. Oh, Fallon did win, so we got a point there. I can't find a Pekin score though. Pekin East Peoria. So that's one I'm missing right now. I don't know where Zergel went. He was coming up. He was talking to his family. Then he was going to come up here. I'm not sure where he went. Where'd you go, Zergel? I was following him and then I lost him. Where did he go? I don't even know where he went. I can't find him over there. I'm trying to look with my binoculars. I do not see him. Not sure where he went. Anyway, should be coming up. I'll give him a text right now. Make sure we're good there. Anyway. Send him a text now. Okay, so Zergel should be coming up. Anyway, before we get there, though, I thought Beverly still played a really good game, though, in the defensively. Doug Zergel, that's why I want to get him up here, talk about, how hard it is to game plan against this offense, something you do not see. And Beverly's played Capital City really, really good, held them to 10 points. A team that, I think just scored 50 points last week. Capital City is a really good football team. It's worked out well for the Lancers to get them Week 9 here right before the playoffs, because this is essentially a playoff team. This is essentially a team that you're going to face next week. Obviously, Capital City, they were in it 14-3 at halftime, and then the Lancers are able to just play really well to start the second half. And hold on, I got Coach Harrison right now on the field, who's just hanging out with his kids right now. It's just a good moment. I got to get a photo of this real quick. That's a really cool moment right there on the field. You can't see it, but Coach Harrison, I can't wait. Hopefully get to sit down with him next week. That is the goal. I'm hoping that would be the best case scenario for me to sit down with him next week. That's what I'm hoping for. I don't know where Zergel is. He's usually up here by now. Come on, Zerg. I don't got much thoughts. Where did he go? Because he was going back towards the locker room. I do not see him anywhere. Zerg, where'd you go? Trying to look down there and see if I can find him. Anyway, we'll wait a little bit longer. If not, that's all right. That's all good. We don't, Zergel, I know he's busy. He kind of looked like he was a little busy after that, that's all right. I think I see. Is that him? It's not. Anyway, I'm going to pull up my Google Doc real quick and get you a look at some of the teams that are ahead of us. Right now, I have the chance. That's what I wanted to do, was get some scores for you from some of the other teams that were ahead of us. So I can find my prep real quick. You're looking at, let's see. So we got like South Elgin ahead of us. They were playing a 2-6 team. I'm assuming they probably won that. They haven't put that one in yet. Where is the playoff outlook right now? Let's see if that's even updated yet. Class 8A. They got us still at 21. They got us in at 7-2, so they already put it in as a win. We're at 33 points. So we're still. So I assume they haven't put all these points in yet. It's obviously the case. You still got So we're okay. So there's a 6-3 team at 19 that lost tonight. Okay, so we're gonna jump them at least. They haven't moved them down yet, so this is not as updated as it probably should. They still got a 6-3 team ahead of us right now. So we're going to at least move up a spot. We'll at least be 20. And the thing is, if we get this home playoff game, we're going to be playing a middle-of-the-pack team, 7-2 or 6-3 is what it looks like. You got Bolingbrook at 6-2. That's playing Yorkville. That would be a team that would, they are at but they're at 41 opponent wins. So we can't get there because we need 9. And we don't have 9. So there is. And they are but they're 13 though. We got York who's playing Lions. So that, like I said, one of those teams is going to knock each other out. So we're going to move up 2 spots tonight, at the very least. We would move up to 19 is where things stand. Oswego won. They're 7-2. They're at 39. I assume they're going to get more added. South Elgin is playing East Aurora. So there's going to be some pickups, it looks like, maybe. But at least 2, and that's what's going to make things close. I just don't know if we have enough opponent wins, is what it looks like it might be. We got, like I said, Edwardsville losing tonight is one that hurts. We're going to, we only so far currently have Collinsville, O'Fallon, and I don't know how Belleville West did against Vianney tonight. But, yeah, that's where things stand. Tonight here. So we will wait till tomorrow. 8 o'clock is going to be the IHSA Football Parents Show. That will be where we'll figure out what seed we will be come for the playoffs. Hoping obviously top 16, but we'll be in the back end of that being Class 8A. It'll be a long time, during that show before we get there, get our matchup announced. But that will wrap it out here on a Friday night here on the Lancer Football postgame show. And obviously the goal home playoff game, I'll be here as long as it's on a Friday night. Obviously Coach Harrison has talked about, him and I every time the last 3 years when we've made the playoffs, Friday night. He doesn't want it any other way. So we're looking at Friday night at home. And then obviously if we hit the road, I'm going to try to get the efforts to work out. If it's that Friday, it's going to be rough for me. I got SWIC volleyball playoffs that next weekend, Saturday and Sunday. I cannot miss that. And it looks like, we're going to be the first game, unfortunately, that day at noon up in Mattoon, which is we're leaving at 8:30. So, if I do a road game, it's going to be rough on me. But I'll say this right now, I'll make anything happen. I can make anything happen. I don't care about rest. We'll make it happen. I don't think I'm going to get much rest next week anyway. I got a really awesome, really crazy week, but it should be a lot of fun, and I can't wait to see the success. Hopefully my teams have Belleville. We got volleyball playoffs, which is going to be our next game here at East. That's going to be Tuesday night. That is a 6 o'clock open and serve for the regional semifinal against Alta. Got a great pregame for that and a great pregame Thursday, hopefully, for the regional championship. We're most likely to get O'Fallon, which will be a great matchup. We beat them last on Tuesday, last matchup, and what a great season it's been for girls volleyball. So we'll talk a little bit about that Tuesday on the pregame. Got a lot to talk about there. And hopefully Lancer Football Friend. I was hoping, if it's here, I obviously wanted to be here, but wherever it is, hopefully on the call, which is the goal. So we'll bring it to you. So anyway, thanks for tuning in on Friday. Have a good rest of your Friday. Have a good weekend. We're getting out pretty early now. I think 9:50, 9:56. That's not bad. Especially with all the penalties tonight. We had too many of those. So thanks for tuning in, folks. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend. Until next time I see you, I'll see you later.